Round 1, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 116, and it is our best of 2014 ladder series. So this will be part one of a three-part series. So we'll have we're putting a little space, not a lot of space, but every other day this week we'll have an episode. So this will be part one tonight, and then Wednesday will be part two. Friday will be our championship. So I am your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll go ahead and we'll just jump right into it. We'll introduce our guests for tonight. So we have joining us tonight. We have Mr. Chris Scott, the Casablanca Kid. What's up, Chris? And you might be muted. I can't hear you. Either that or there's something going on with your mic. I'm not. Oh yeah, I think it may be.
Okay.
Yep. You're good. What's up? Well, you were there for a second. I heard you for a split second, but you can go ahead and maybe see if you can mess with it. I'll introduce a couple other people and while you check on that. But I did hear you for a second. But we also have Jacob Barber. How's it going?
Doing good. Yeah, excited to talk 2014. Some good movies came out this year.
Yeah. And we also have Malcolm Lay. How's it going, Malcolm?
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the reason that everything had to be rearranged, but I made it for a little bit.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, he'll be here for part of the show, a little bit. So yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Cool. Hey, Chris. And we also have JPO. How's it going?
Hi there, hey there. Excited to be here talking some good and maybe some not so good movies. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a mixture for sure. And then also we have Richie Goodacre. How's it going?
What's up? What's cracking?
Oh, I'm out.
Okay.
See you later.
Did my haircut scare you away? I'm sorry.
You're too pretty. Look at that hair.
Yeah.
But I'm going to Ruby Soho. I might go.
Richie Soho.
Yeah.
You're like one step away from the Travis Bickle look from Tax.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Richie also hangs out with underage hookers. Oops, never mind. Can we edit that out?
Oh yeah.
Look. Hey.
Look. We don't know what's going on down under in Australia.
In Australia,
underage hookers.
The whole different world.
Hey, let's cut that out too.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Sorry. But
Australia, they're of age.
Yeah, but
God.
One of the things I wanted to do, I was a little rushed for time, so I don't have the exact list, but I have them kind of marked off here on my list of overall movies. Just the movies that are holdovers, because for anyone who's wondering what the ladder series means, it just means that there are movies that from previous years that we've covered that were good enough to get voted into the Elite Eight, and they moved on to this one. So if I miss any and anyone notices, you can let me know. But so far I have Kingsman: The Secret Service. I have RoboCop from 2014. I have actually no. RoboCop would be
This is 2014.
Never mind that one. So but the Kingsman is correct. Creed we have from 2015. We threw in the night before because that was an omission that we just forgot to put on the list. So we're doing a whoopsie. We're going to correct it, and it's going to be here tonight. So because that should have been there on our last tournament. And we also have Top Gun Maverick, Mad Max Fury Road. We also did another whoopsie with the Final Girls because we thought that should be here too that we omitted. We have Sicario and The Hateful Eight. So yeah, that's kind of.
I don't know if you said it, but Paddington and Creed are there as well.
Yeah, they should be here I probably skimmed over it, but yeah, Paddington and Creed, they'll be
You
here.
said
So,
Creed. I didn't hear Paddington though.
so we can see about that damn bear again. You guys love him, so that's good.
And we already figured out the winner. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Paddington
Yeah, but-
wins the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I should have just looked because JPO put it in our private chat and all those. So, but but
Oh, I did as you
Yeah.
read it, so that wasn't there. Before.
okay. Okay, well, that still helps. But yeah, how it's gonna work tonight is it's gonna simply be a tournament of 64 movies, mostly from 2014, and we're just gonna vote round by round till we crown a winner. And the Sweet 16 from tonight's episode will move on to the championship round. The championship will be comprised of part 1 and part 2, Sweet 16. And if you haven't seen either of the movies, you do still have to vote. You can vote for any reason. On Tournament Fights, we like to have a little fun here, so you can throw some chaos. You can vote for your own reason. You can have some strategy behind your votes if you want. So, yeah, and that's pretty much it. If you run into any tiebreakers, we'll explain how those work when we get there. So, yeah, but we'll go ahead and I'll bring up the tournament bracket here. Let's see. And 1 second. And move it over so I don't spoil the first pick right too quickly. Let's see. And since we're a little pressed for time tonight, usually I have a little intro that's like some cool guys like Arnold saying some cool stuff. You can tune into next episode. We'll show it there. We're just going to jump right into it tonight, so save some time. So, but this is our first matchup. So we have As Above, So Below versus Guardians of the Galaxy. And we always start at the bottom of the ladder as far as who goes first. So, Richie, you'll be up first. So which one you want to go for?
I haven't seen As Above, So Below. I've heard about it. Wouldn't mind seeing it sometime. Get around to it. Yeah, but Guardians is one of my favorite Marvel movies. So one of my favorite MCU movies. Looking forward to Volume 3. Even though I'm not like, haven't been totally like enamored with these Marvel films as of late. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll go Guardians.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a good return to form. Who knows? But JPO, what do you think here?
Yeah, it's not totally easy. As Above, So Below is a pretty trippy, fun horror flick, found footage, but it's one that I slept on. But my buddy dug it, so he kind of enticed me to see it. And yeah, I actually really liked it. It's the main dude from Superstore, and it works. I enjoy the ending as well. But yeah, Guardians. I love the entry to the first Guardian, so I gotta go for that though. But As Above, So Below, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, in just a couple of weeks, we got March 17th. We'll be doing best found footage movies. So As Above, So Below, we'll be there. So
that belongs.
Yeah. Yep. And Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually saw As Above, So Below for the first time a few weeks ago. And it really is a really fun found footage movie. It's it's one of those ones when it comes to found footage, you're either going to get really good movies or you get Paranormal Activity sequels. But
Any Paranormal Activity.
But that being said, like as soon as I saw this matchup when I was making this bracket, I was like, oh shit, because I love Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm going to go Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, you want to try to champion some of these smaller movies, but it's kind of tough when they go up against heavy hitters like that. So, but Chris, which one you want to go for?
So I have never seen As Above, So Below, but it looks like, from the sounds of it, it sounds awesome. But I definitely go with the first Guardians movie. It's so good.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I've also not seen As Above, So Below. I really don't know much about it either. I should look into it because it sounds like it's a pretty decent. But yeah, I've talked about how much I love the first Guardians. I think it's a great introduction to these characters that I knew nothing about. I had a lot of fun with it, so I'm going to go with Guardians.
Yeah, and I've actually seen both of these, and yeah, As Above, So Below actually was one of the few movies that really scared me. Like it really creeped me out. Like this movie is just these teenagers, young adults, they're going down in some catacombs below the city of Paris, and they just find some crazy stuff. Like there's a part where they find a piano just like randomly down there, and randomly starts playing the keys, and like I don't know, just really creepy things. And apparently those catacombs are really down there, so it's like really creepy. So just to think that that's a real place, it freaks me out. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's probably in my top 5 Marvel movies, because we just did our Marvel definitive ranking as a tier ranker you can find on the channel, and that one ranked pretty high, and for me it ranks probably even higher. So I gotta go with Guardians.
All right, and Malcolm's got to go. Good night, Malcolm.
Yeah. See ya. No. Up next, we got the guest going up in Spotlight.
Oh, God damn it.
So, and of course, the one who exclaims goes first. So, JPO.
Yeah, because I know I'm first. If I wasn't, maybe I wouldn't have exclaimed so much. No, because it's very similar to last round. Because, like, a different round, I would have liked to have voted for As Above, So Below. And I'm going to say the same thing here, probably even more so, because the guest was a really nice. It's not totally horror. It's almost a little action, little horror. Dan Stevens, who I guess was on was it Downton Abbey, I think is absolutely great as this guy who, of course, at first kind of charms this family, and later on ends up being their worst nightmare. So it's a really good movie here. Spotlight won the Oscar that year, I think, and I think rightfully so. It's a tremendous, you can see the top line there of the cast: Keaton, Ruffalo, Tucci, Schreiber, McAdams. Points. Sorry, I think I'm playing trivia. So yeah, and I think it's a worthy, it's a worthy nominee / winner. So I guess I'll vote for. Well, no, you know what? I'm gonna go for Spotlight. I do like the guest, but Spotlight is better.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, the guest was one of the movies I was hoping to get to watch for this. I just never got around to it. It sounds really interesting. But yeah, I've got to go for Spotlight. I really do like it a lot, and I think it's really good. So Spotlight.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris, what do you think about?
So I have not seen Spotlight yet, but between the two movies, what sounds more interesting to me is The Guest.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough one because, like JPO said, Spotlight is definitely a worthy winner of that Best Picture award. But The Guest was a big surprise. I was late to it, only within the last couple of years, and I was surprised at how much I was enjoying it, and just trying to figure out who Dan Stevens' character was like, and. Oh, but the Spotlight. Oh, this is. What? I will. The Guest.
Yeah, see, you're having the same struggle I have. You're like about to say each, like spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah, yeah. So I started watching The Guest a while back, and for whatever reason, I got busy and it just never went back. But it wasn't because I didn't like it. I just forgotten, and yeah, I need to go back and watch, because I've seen like the first 10 minutes of it, so I haven't seen all of it. But and of course, you always got to shout out Brendan Myers, the friend of the Schmodown. So, but able to watch one movie in its entirety for this that I have seen the whole thing was Spotlight. So it's a first time watch for me. I've been hearing a lot of great things. I mean, it won Best Picture, and I think that it probably deserved it, because yeah, it's really, really good, and just some of the subject matter that they're able to expose through these guys working for the Boston Globe, and yeah, all the main cast really brought it. Like, I particularly really like Mark Ruffalo, but I mean, I think that they all were really solid. Everybody that's pictured there is just really great. So I gotta go Spotlight. Richie, what do you think?
Tell you what, Dan Stevenson charmed the pants off me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, man. So, I mean, by the way, if I fall asleep at any point during this stream, my flatmate's playing relaxation and meditation music, so it might have an effect on me.
Really, dude? Falling asleep on a stream?
It's very
Rude.
Um,
Nobody else here has done
look,
that before.
Look, I love Spotlight. It's one of the more better like journalistic movies. You know, like sort of. I know I like it, but you know, I'm gonna give it to Guest here. I love the Guest. I think it's I think Dan Stevens is great. I think I think it builds suspense really well, and yeah, one of the better movies I've seen on an airplane.
Yeah, and also I wanted to just shout out who we have in the chat. I meant to do that up top, but my friend Sarah, she's been tuning in for almost every episode for a while. So what's up, Sarah?
Thank you,
What up,
Sarah.
Sarah.
And then we also have Mike Schaefer, who's a good friend of Chris's that is in the chat. Yeah,
Absolutely, buddy.
some pretty funny comments in the chat. He's pretty entertaining. So yeah, but yeah, it'll be
He's hilarious.
Spotlight.
Whoa, it will not be Spotlight. It is a tie.
Right? Oh, it's a tie. Oh,
Yes.
I didn't realize it was a tie. Okay, so then it'll go to Richie. What do you want to put through?
The Guest.
All right, yeah. Then it'll be the Guest, upsetting the Oscar winner.
Yeah.
All right. And we had Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one from Michael Bay, going up against Origin. And speaking of Ninja Turtles, that new trailer for the Mutant Mayhem just dropped, and I'm not really sure what to think about it. I'm on the fence.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
I like that they're actually teenagers.
Yeah,
they're teenagers, but they're almost like
I
kids.
do too.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
But that's kind of what they were, and I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives room for growth.
Yeah.
I like how they say Seth Rogen has been cast in Ninja Turtles. You mean he put himself in this movie? That's what.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, Malcolm, you're up first here. So
I heard he had to sleep with the producer himself.
But yeah, Origins is a movie that's here because Stephen Shepherd championed it and sort of said this is one of his favorite movies of this year.
He championed it, and he's not fucking here.
Origins.
Yeah. Well, we hear in the next episode, and he got the bad end of the randomizer.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, just in searching up a plot is about a PhD student that researches the evolution of the eye, and then just it's a sci-fi romance movie anyway. It's got Michael Pitt, Britt Marling, Stephen Yeun's in it. But yeah, I don't know much about Origins, but I'm kind of the Michael Bay produced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think the first one is fine. I really do enjoy it, but I'm probably more intrigued with Origins, to be honest. So Origins.
Yeah. Well, Chris, you say.
So I am the rare exception here, where I love the Michael Bay Turtle movies. I know that's an extremely hot take, but yes, I'm going to go with Turtles. Easy.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never even heard of Origins until just now, and I don't mind the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie. I quite enjoy it. I think there's a lot of good things about it. But come on, who doesn't love that elevator scene?
Yes,
elevator scene is just a lot of fun.
MC
So unless Origins has a fun elevator scene, I would go with Ninja Turtles.
The greatest. You don't know.
I don't.
Yeah.
So
Well-
until I know, that's my vote.
Yeah. Well, I have not seen Origins, but I have seen the Ninja Turtles, and that's why I'm gonna vote for Origins, because I hate this Ninja Turtles. I think that they like did the Turtles an injustice here, so I gotta go with them with Origins. Richie.
Yeah, I haven't heard of Origins until just now. Didn't know what it was. I thought maybe a prequel to I Am Sam or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the Turtles movies. I think they're all right. Yeah. So I I'll go there. I think they think they're alright for what they are, and we should do tournament fights. Best elevator scenes: Ninja Turtles versus Shining.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's what comes to my mind.
Oh,
Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Even the movie Devil,
Yeah.
where they're like in the elevator the whole
Yeah,
movie.
Devil should win just because it's an hour and a half of an elevator.
Yeah. Yeah, because they might be going for the triple entendre here because it's a letter I, origins with an I, and like I thought maybe it might be on Apple TV or iMac, all of that stuff,
I thought it was look at the poster, the Lord of the Rings prequel of the Eye of Sauron.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Well, what do you want to vote for, JP?
Well, hot take. Guess who also hasn't fucking seen Steven Shepard's favorite movie, I Origins? One up though. I will brag. I vaguely remember the trailer. But here's a hot take. That Turtles, just as good as the other Turtles. I'm voting for the Turtles. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a sunflower. Yeah.
Which
Well,
means I think they're all mediocre. So don't say yes.
Oh, you
Yeah,
shut your
I guess it's
horrible
gonna
mouth.
be
That is blasphemy,
Wow.
JPO.
I've never seen someone turn on someone so quickly.
Because
he
it's
thought I meant they're
Yeah.
great.
OG
I meant
journalism.
people overrate the '90s ones too. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
You're
I prefer the
That's in
Michael
the
Bay
same
produced
level
Turtles
as what
over
I'm
the,
trying to say.
over the 90s Turtles trilogy.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, this one could be pretty lopsided, but Labor Day versus the Kings, man. Is anyone going to vote for Labor Day?
I am. I really am.
Labor
I
Day.
am, and I'll tell you why. Let's go through it.
All right. Well, we'll go through it then if you're really going to. So we'll start with Chris.
Voting for some weird movie with Cammy. I mean, they're both amazing, but it's Kingsman. Do we need to really have this conversation? Apparently, yes, Kingsman.
Yeah.
I have my reasons.
Because you hate Kingsman.
No.
No.
Well, Jacob.
I also have my reasons because I've not seen Labor Day, and I love the first Kingsman movie. I think it's fun. It's got a lot of great action, and that church scene. It's a lot of fun. So Kingsman.
Yeah. Well, if you watch Tournament Fight, you see me do it enough times where I pan up and I have a Kingsman poster back behind me. But I'm usually going to vote for the Kingsman. I've never seen Labor Day. I don't know anything about it. It seems like some kind of cheesy rom-com in the vein
I'll
of,
explain
like,
it. It's
Valentine's Day and New Year's, but I'm probably way
no,
off,
very
so-
wrong. You're just going, wait, you're
Yeah.
only judging by the title.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
yeah,
judging
no.
on-
It's
Yeah,
got
that's
holidays
what I
in
thought
the
it
name.
is.
It's got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but I'm voting Kingsman, so you guys can explain it.
Wow,
Richie?
Jason Reitman.
I mean, I don't know if this is the logic that that Jordan's going to go with, but I know you don't like this doing this because anyway, Labor Day came out in 2014. It's a good movie, so Labor Day.
Sure, yeah.
No. My logic is Labor Day. It's a Stockholm Syndrome movie. Josh Brolin's on the run. He basically breaks into Kate Winslet's house, and sooner or later, she falls in love with him. It gives you hope that if you kidnap Kate Winslet, she will fall in love with you. Labor Day.
Can I change my vote for
So
that reason?
when you see me on the news for kidnapping a celebrity, you'll get my logic.
Yeah. Well, there's a little love for it then, but I don't think that enough.
You will love me, Clement. I'm going to call her Clementine too. She's going to be really creepy.
I mean,
What do you think?
I was going to vote for Kingsman anyway, but
You will love me, Rose.
Oh yes. Sorry, Malcolm. Yeah.
No, her name's Clementine.
All right.
Richie.
Well, you're gonna vote for Kingsman. Okay.
I'm just.
All right. Well, we got
Soldier,
Winter Soldier 22 Jump Street. So this time it'll be Jacob first.
Speaking of great elevator scenes,
I don't remember any
Yeah.
the scenes of 22 Jump Street.
There might have been one.
oh man, this
Staircase scene.
one's a little tough because I think 22 Jump Street is
So
a
good.
great follow up to the original. It's just like the last one. What you did last time, just do it again.
Yeah. Yep.
And then there's that whole thing with the captain's daughter. But Winter Soldier, it feels like a different MCU movie than the rest. Like, ask me again, it might change, but right now I'll go Winter Soldier.
Hey, Jake, what do you vote for?
God damn it, Richie, so much up.
I gotta go 22 Jump Street.
I wasn't quick enough.
Stick with the Winter Soldier.
You know, you can't.
Yeah, well, we can watch.
But you have more than one comedian on the panel. You know that like
You gotta hurry up and get your bits in. Yeah, you gotta hurry up.
Yeah. Well, you can watch 22 Jump Street and you can try some Wi-Fi. I think that's the name of the drug.
Yeah.
They take that stand for work hard, yes. Play hard, yes. For whatever reason. But like I do really like 22 Jump Street, but man, Captain America is like that's another one that's probably in my top 5 Marvel movies. Like it's just a banger. It's just so good. Like it's a spy thriller, and just seeing him team up with Black Widow, but then you have Falcon. You have him going toe to toe with Bucky in a really cool way when he's in full Winter Soldier mode. So yeah, I got to go with Captain America: Winter Soldier. So Richie.
Yeah, 22 Jump Street's a great, worthy sequel. Great lines here, and yeah, obviously the whole meta thing about making a sequel and just doing the same thing. And I like when he's like it's like throwing the grenade on their helicopter. Say something cool. Something cool. I think not only is Captain America Winter Soldier the best MCU movie, I think it's one of the best comic book movies ever made. So I'm going to go Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah. JPO?
Yeah, no, it's a tough one here. These are both great number 2s as well. Follow-ups to the precursors. 22 Jump Street's a lot of fun here. You know what I mean? Even one of the best end credit sequences as well. We see all the potential sequels, which is in your second intro, actually. You even see a little bit of it there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm leaning, I think, towards Captain America, man. 22 Jump Street maybe like a level or two below 21 for me. Winter Soldier several levels higher than the first Captain America for me here. I think they really figured out a really fun, action-packed sequel here. So I'm going to go Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and I have the end credits scene in the second little intro, and then on Tier Ranker Fight to watch that, I got a clip from Winter Soldier in that one, so that they're both represented here.
Yeah, no, that's a good round.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they asked him to try to slip Captain America: The Winter Soldier into movie set in winter.
Yeah, right. That would have been funny to throw that in there.
But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I'm not as high on as everyone else, but it still is in my sort of top 10 MCU movies anyway. But I really do like 22 Jump Street, so I'm going to go 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm Chris.
So I definitely am not as high on Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I think it's all right. It's definitely not the most amazing movie I've ever seen. But 22 is a solid sequel, so I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, we got a little love for 22 Jump Street, but it'll be Winter Soldier. Moving on. Yeah. Let's see what we got next. We got Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I
I was going to say.
Yeah, looking at it, I'm like Spider-Man 2. Is there an error? Something wrong here?
No, that came out.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay,
It got re-released.
Yeah. Okay. And then going up against Gone Girl.
Ooh.
The cool looking
Man.
Really?
It's me first.
This is a moaner for you?
Well, it's not really that hard here because
Not really.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 sucks, and
It's being silly.
let's just call it what it is. Yeah, it's just not good. Like cool character. I like Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, but it's got to be Gone Girl. Like the more and more that I think about Fincher movies, like Fincher is probably like in my top 5 favorite directors of all time. I think I've come up with a solid top 5, which eventually we'll do something. We talk about our favorite directors here, but he's probably like 3rd on my list of all-time directors. So I'll vote for Gone Girl. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, this is easy. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of the very poor Spider-Man film. I think it's one of the worst Spider-Man films that's been around. Not a fan of the villains. Bad for Paul Giamatti as Rhino. Never actually around to it. Gone Girl is amazing in my 128. So Gone Girl for sure.
Yeah, well, Mike in the chat has given us some good merch ideas. Of a T-shirt which is Richie saying "Damn it" when the next match comes up. Yeah, but JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, thinking about my ranking, this might be my least favorite Spider-Man. I don't hate it, but it's kind of a sloppy movie for me here. Rhino, Electro, a lot of stuff doesn't work. Credit even the other Green Goblin. Credit what they do with Gwen Stacy. That was a cool punch that I think they would actually pull, but they do. But then unfortunately, we don't really get much of a follow up. Gone Girl is fantastic. Yeah, I too found out. I think I found out via this show doing my 128. I fucking love Fincher. I had
right?
It was literally the show where I was like, oh, I have several of his movies here. This dude keeps popping up. I must be a bigger fan than I even necessarily thought off the top of my head. And I thought Gone Girl works great. It actually works too in an interesting level of first viewing is interesting, but then even a second or third viewing is kind of cool, knowing what you know and seeing from a different aspect. It works on a different level. So it actually does work on a rewatch. And Ben Affleck is Ben Affleck, Gone Girl.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just recently rewatched The Amazing Spider-Man 2 a few weeks ago. I don't think it's as bad as everyone is saying. It still is my least favorite, probably my least favorite of the Spider-Man movies that have been made.
Yeah,
but it's still, I still think it's a decent movie. But I really do like Gone Girl a lot. And I think it's amazing. So Gone Girl.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I'm not as high on Gone Girl as everyone else. I mean, I think it's good. And I was looking through some of David Fincher movies, The Game, and so many other damn good movies. Holy shit!
Yeah, he's got a lot.
God, I mean, just because I like Spider-Man, I'm gonna go with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I agree. I don't think it's the best movie made, but I did kind of like some things they did with it.
It doesn't need to be the best movie made. There's a high bar to set.
Yeah. Yeah, but Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't mind The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I definitely think it has a villain problem, but I think everything else around it is really good. If they had just fixed the villains, they could have had a really good movie. But Gone Girl, yeah, it's really great performances from Rosamund Pike and Ben Affleck. Even some of the other supporting characters that come through. Great mystery. So I'll go with Gone Girl.
Yeah, so it'll be Gone Girl. Moving on. Then we have Creep against the Judge.
Oh,
that creepy Judge. And we were back down to Richie. So
I like Creep. It's a very underrated, independent horror movie, and and its sequel, Creep 2, is good. I like Michael Parsons, sort of the indie sort of king. He's an artist, so it's really good. And the Judge, I think, kind of got unfairly shit on when it came out too. I think that's really good too. Because it doesn't come up here enough, I'm gonna show some love for Creep. Because I'm a radio.
Yeah.
Should I be that guy that says the judges
Shout out to
only show
Radiohead, yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
What's that?
So should I be that guy that says the judges only showed up once, one other time?
Yeah, but it's shown up here.
Yeah.
It has shown up here. Yeah, I know.
Well, JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, The Judge was a one-time watch for me. I thought it was all right. Some good moments between the two you see on the poster, but other than that, it didn't totally encapsulate me and want to go back to it. Creep, a little bit of a slow burn, but it never totally loses you. It does keep getting interested, and it's a really good wind-up, and I think Duplass is really good. And it's kind of one of those just fun, cheap, kind of experimental films that I kind of really dig, so I'm going to go Creep.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, some people call me a creep, some people call me a weirdo, but I know what I'm doing here. But
we all do, Malcolm.
You won't belong here in about an hour or so when you have to go.
I mean, it's probably less than an hour, to be honest. But I don't get the love for Creep. I've watched it once. I just thought it was just really boring. But I'm also not that high on the Judge, but I'm higher on the Judge than the Creep. So the Judge.
Well, that's because you're a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah, right.
Who I admitted that just earlier.
I know. Just want to
Well, Chris?
reiterate that word, the point. Reiterate the point. Anyway, words.
Yeah. What do you think here, Chris?
I have not seen The Creep, but The Judge, while I didn't love it, it definitely stayed with me. So I guess it's a sign of a good movie. So I'll go with The Judge.
Yeah. Jacob, which one you got?
This was actually tough for me because I really enjoy both of these movies. I think The Judge. Yeah, I really like the two you see on screen. I like them together. But Creep, but yeah, it was a different kind of horror movie for me because I'm not a big horror guy, so I don't go out of my way to just hey, it's a horror movie, I gotta watch it. But no, this one was good and it's quick, and yeah, I think it does what it wants to do and does it really well. So I'll go with Creep.
Yeah. Well, the Judge there with the double dose of the Roberts there with Downey Jr. and Duvall. But I haven't seen either one of these, though, so it's hard for me to say too much on them. But Creep looks like a Mark Duplass movie, and I really like him. So I think I'll go.
It looks like that.
Creep. Yeah,
Yes.
and usually courtroom dramas don't really hook me that much. You got to be like really, really good. Like you got to be like, I don't know, like Philadelphia, or I don't know, like what some of the greatest ones of all time are. But that's one that comes to mind. A Few Good Men, maybe. But there's not a lot of them that really hook me. So I got to go with Creep.
I'd say The Judge is less courtroom drama.
Yeah, it's not really a courtroom
drama straight up. There's some courtroom stuff, but that's not the premise of it.
It's more about a father-son relationship.
His dad was a judge. That's why it's called The Judge.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll have to check it out sometime because I do like both those actors. So yeah, but I think it'll be Creep, right? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting the most votes. Then we got Snowpiercer, government Big Hero 6.
Jeez, what is that tough matchup?
This is hard.
Yeah. Well, 2014 was apparently a great year for movies. So
Are all the good ones on this side? Jeez.
maybe, but JPO.
No, it's a good match. I like Big Hero 6. One of those ones that I think compared to some others, I'm not as high on as far as just like that next level. Like, I love it. Snowpiercer, on the other hand, not totally late to the party, but like late enough to where, it was definitely not right away, but it was just a word of mouth film that I think continues to be a word of mouth film here. Fantastic. Chris Evans, the story, it's one location to a large degree, but they keep it interesting as they move along the train here. The uprising, I really loved it. Snowpiercer gets my vote.
Yeah, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, both of these movies are really close to me actually, because when I ranked the 128 movies on my on a private letterbox list for me, these movies were separated by literally half a star.
No.
But yeah, I do like Snowpiercer. I think it's a lot of fun, but I really love Big Hero 6, and so Big Hero 6 is getting my vote here.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I love both of these movies, and I was late to Snowpiercer, but it definitely blew me away. But I got to think about what I maybe quote more, so I'm gonna go with Big Hero 6 with the ba la 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 la.
It's not really a quotable movie, I would say.
No, unless you want to quote about like knowing what babies taste like or something.
Yes, but that movie's still freaking incredible. That was a tough vote for me.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a close one. I think Big Hero 6 is a good movie. I think Baymax is an incredible character. I think he's a lot of fun. And just the world they were able to create with San Francisco or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Snowpiercer was one that the first time I watched it, I was late to it. A couple of years ago, I watched it for the first time, and yeah, I was blown away by this movie and just like what each different like train car represented. And yeah, the action was was good, and I never made the connection until later that Bong Joon-ho was
Yeah.
was the guy behind this movie. So that was cool because I really love Parasite as well. So I'm gonna go with Snowpiercer, but Big Hero 6, yeah. If these are some tough matchups.
Yeah. This one is tough because I really like Big Hero 6. I think it's one that maybe should deserve to move on, but it's going up against Snowpiercer, and man, like that movie was so good. I remember just being blown away the first time that I saw it. Like actually, some movies either see them in the theater, or if you don't, you remember like exactly where you were when you were doing it. Remember that I was doing some late night work for my job, but like doing paperwork, so I just had my laptop out, and I was just watching on a laptop, and I just remember just like completely stopping my work I was doing. I was just locked in. Like this movie is just really really good. So and the cast is great too. Chris Evans. I don't know if there's many of his movies that I don't like. I like almost like everything he's ever done. Like he's pretty great on screen. And then Tilda Swinton, Ed Harris, Jamie Bell, Octavia Spencer. I mean, the list just goes on and on. And yeah, Bong Joon-ho. Like he's slowly becoming another favorite director. We'll see if he puts out a couple more. He may be up there and as one of my favorites of all time. So I'll vote Snowpiercer. Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
You're
muted.
muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
All right. I did a Steven.
Yeah,
Big Hero 6 is fun. Snowpiercer is more my speed though. A lot of I like the atmosphere, I like the world they set up, what the Stoker Mother set up. I think Tilda Swinton's really good in it. But Chris Evans is probably one of his better performances. And that's saying something because I think there's a lot. Most of his movies I like as well. Like, he doesn't work a lot, if you look, but like all of his films are really good. So outside of them, I'll go Snowpiercer, and I'll be back. So I got to pee.
Yeah. Well, also shout out that Stan Lee cameo in Big Hero 6. He just showed up near the end. So, but it'll be Snowpiercer. Moving on. So up next we have the Babadook going up against the Equalizer. Okay. So this time it'll be Malcolm first. So what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen the. Apparently I have seen the Equalizer. I've logged it on Letterboxd once. I don't really remember it there. I don't remember it though. But I've also the Babadook is one I've watched for the first time. I think it was late last year for a show. And it's really creepy and weird, and I loved it. So the Babadook.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
So I still have not seen the Babadook. I do see it's free to watch on Tubi, so I'll probably definitely check it out and do a review
for the win.
it. But the Equalizer is phenomenal, and I cannot wait for the new one.
Yeah. Making a third one. Third? I think it's the third in the series. Yeah.
Yes.
But Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Babadook. I've seen the Equalizer, and I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't really remember much about it. I do remember watching it, having a good time with it. So I'll go with the Equalizer.
Yeah, I think that the Babadook's one of the more creative horror movies to come out. It's just about the storybook character that just comes out of this children's kind of creepy book that they have, and just kind of terrorizes this mother and son. And I really like the little kid. I think that he does a great job in this movie, and it's very creative with basically an unknown cast to me. So, but it actually worked really really well. And the Equalizer, I mean, they're fine in movies. It's kind of like like middle of the road as far as Denzel Washington movies go. So it's all right, but I got to go with the Babadook. So, and you back, Richie? You back in time to vote here on the Babadook and the Equalizer?
Yeah. Equalizer's pretty good. But yeah, and I enjoy it for what it is. Kind of like an action movie vehicle for Denzel Washington, and it's decent. Not remarkable, but it's all right. Denzel Washington, carries the film. He's a very charismatic dude. But yeah, Babadook is a great movie, and it's sort of a great Australian success story. It's great, if you get an Australian film. Jennifer Kent is a great director.
So it's in your backyard.
Yeah, Essie Davis, good breakout film for her. She's been working for a long time. And if you haven't checked out, Jennifer Kent also did a movie called the Nightingale, which is very depressing, but also a good watch. So watch that. But I'm going to go to the Barber.
Yeah, and Mike Schaefer in the Chase. Has anyone seen the original Equalizer TV series? I haven't seen the original one, but I saw this remake with Queen Latifah. I saw a couple episodes, and like surprisingly, she kind of makes like a decent Equalizer. Like you wouldn't think, but she kind of does. So, but JPO, what do you think?
Babadook, I dug it.
Yeah, sounds good. So, it'll be the Babadook. Moving on. All right, so we got the Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies, going up against Into the Woods, which are kind of like similar poster like fonts and stuff. So, but this time I believe it's Chris first. So
I gotta go with the Hobbit, the Battle of Five Armies. I hate Into the Woods. Oh my gosh.
well, yeah.
I'm glad I did not see it in theaters.
Well, Jacob, I will say not all the good movies are on this side, as you can see. But,
No, because the Hobbit's on this side. You're right. I don't mind the Hobbit movies. I think they've got some good action. But it just seems weird that that's the book they decided to break up into 3 parts. But it is what it is. I don't mind Into the Woods. I actually really enjoy it. I think the music is good. With the exception of James Corden, who should probably just stick to late night TV.
I mean, he's not doing that anymore so soon.
Which is why you should probably just stick to it, though. Because I haven't really seen it. Show me one person that's going to say, hey, have you seen that new James Corden movie? No one's going to ask if you've seen that new James Corden movie.
It's called Peter Rabbit or whatever else.
Peter Rabbit 3.
Yeah.
But no, I don't mind Into the Woods. I actually really dig it. So I'm going to go with Into the Woods.
Yeah. Even Mike said the Hobbit movies were really overkill if you've ever read the book. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know why they had to split them into 3 parts. I mean, but probably because they did the first 3 books and then they went back to like, well, we got the Hobbit or we got like maybe half a book, the Silmarillion or whatever it is. And so they're like, well, I guess we'll just do with it what we can and milk it for all we can. But yeah, I don't like the Hobbit movies that much at all, and I think this one's the worst of the 3. Like the 5 armies, like just way too over CGI'd. You could tell that when the armies are marching in, it just looks like totally fake. Just I don't know, like it just doesn't work for me. And I'm not a big fan of Into the Woods either. But I mean, at least you got Meryl Streep in there and Emily Blunt. I mean, and also Anna Kendrick because she can sing really well. So yeah, and then. I mean, a few other people peppered in besides James Corden, Johnny Depp, Chris Pine. So, yeah, I'll vote Into the Woods. I'm not high on it, but I'll vote for it here. I don't know if Richie's here, but we can go to JPO for now.
Hobbit films I thought were all fine. I don't know if they necessarily were totally necessary, but I thought they were all good, like decent times at the theater. I didn't hate any of them, and I saw them, unlike Into the Woods. So Hobbit.
Sure. Yeah, and apparently we're getting another Lord of the Rings trilogy, I guess. So hopefully they have some material to pull from or something.
They have lots of different books to pull from.
Sure, yeah. I'm not that familiar with like all the books. Maybe there are more books that I don't know
Yes.
about. But yeah, you're more the book guy here, Chris. So yeah,
Well,
but
I only know of the books really because of Ruth, because Ruth has read all of it, and it
okay.
is amazing what they've created in that universe. So yeah, they
Yeah,
have a lot
yeah.
of material to pull from. So I don't think they're just gonna like. It's not like I think we're gonna see like a remake of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. And I do think that the Hobbit movies, if you weren't comparing them to like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, they're probably like really great movies. But you have those to compare
they're
them to,
great.
and so it's tough. Yeah. But Malcolm, what do you think here?
Yeah. So ironically, feeling that this is a matchup I have to leave on.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I don't mind the Hobbit movies. I do think they're all good. And when Del Toro was originally going to direct them, it was originally going to be 2 movies, but then the studio pushed it to 3, and because Peter Jackson was originally not going to direct them, but then because they moved to 3, Del Toro dropped. Then I think Peter Jackson kind of just sort of stepped on just so they can get into production quickly because he was still producing them. But yeah, but that being said, I actually really like Into the Woods. I think it's good. And I honestly don't get the hate for James Corden. I actually do like his acting. I do think he's good at what he does. But
I'll
Oh,
defend
you-
Corden too. I like
I'm going to go
Corden.
Into the Woods.
I'll defend his singing voice. I'll defend that. But yeah, thanks Malcolm for making the bracket and being here for as long as you could.
Thank you,
So,
Malcolm.
but do you have anything you want to plug real quick before you go?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Take 3 where I host Rankum every Sunday. We're doing a Rocky Creed franchise ranking this week. And
Right on.
yeah, you can also find me doing trivia and stuff and all over the place. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, we'll see you later. But I believe the votes, were they for Into the Woods or
I haven't voted yet. I was on the phone.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, what do you think, Richie?
Yeah, I think like
I think it's kind of close.
Battle of Five Armies is good. I don't think I think Hobbit should have been 2 movies, but Battle of Five Armies shows, but it's a decent movie. And I'm not a fan of Into the Woods, so Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah.
Which I
So
think makes it a tie.
all right, so we got a tie. So this time we'll go to JPO for the tiebreaker. So what do you want to go with?
Well, we're not gonna stick into the woods. Let's get out of the woods and go for the Hobbit.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. The Hobbit it is. Then we got Dumb and Dumber 2 going up against RoboCop, the remake. I guess we can go around real quick because I'm just curious if anybody likes any of these movies. But and I think it's Jacob first. So.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with RoboCop because I haven't seen it.
All right, sure. Yeah. Like there's like maybe 2 or 3 jokes that actually do land for me in Dumb and Dumber 2. One of them's when they go over to meet Harry's parents and they end up being Korean and they're all speaking Korean and stuff. But for the most part, it's not good. So and I thought RoboCop, at least it has Michael Keaton in it, so I'll give it that. So we'll go RoboCop. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, actually, I don't mind the remake of RoboCop. I think it's good.
Yeah.
So is it not? Is it as good as the original? Hell no. But I think it's good. The sequels to RoboCop aren't anything to run home about. Like there's RoboCop 2 and 3, so I think it's better than those. I think the remake. I think Joel Kinnaman's a decent, does a decent job. I think it's fun. I like Samuel L. Jackson's role in it. I think it's pretty fun. So I actually like the RoboCop. And Dumb Dumber 2 is pretty bad. And it's like, after all those years of will they or won't they do a sequel? Then it's just one of those things where it's like, they took too long to do a sequel. Maybe they just shouldn't have. And it started a trend of doing sequels long after they were probably. Should you need? It's one of those. It's a case study of you should strike while the iron's hot, and the iron was once really cold here. So, I'll go. Yeah, but the only good thing about Dumb and Dumber 2 is Christian Half and the Schmoes review of Dumb and Dumber 2.
Oh yeah,
It's very funny.
Classic, yeah.
So yeah, go check that out. But I'll go RoboCop.
Yeah, and for RoboCop, they did one of those things that like I always hate, where they're like, "Here's your new action star," and with like Joel Kinnaman. But actually, I don't mind Joel Kinnaman. I actually do like him as an actor. I think that he's actually pretty good compared to other people they've shoehorned in there that didn't work so much for me. But JPO, what do you think here?
You don't always have to strike while the iron is hot. Just strike while the script is hot. We started with Ghostbusters and Scream. You can make a good sequel a few years later. Just have something to say or do. One of my proudest debate moments is having to debate against that Dumb and Dumber 2 isn't the worst Jim Carrey performance of the 2010s. I had to somehow act like it wasn't because my opponent got to that pick before me. So very proud of that debate.
What did you argue had to argue?
I went with Incredible Bird Wonderstone. I tried saying that performance was worse. And I did pretty damn good for what he had the better answer. I tried Dumb and Dumber 2 like more than once. I was like, maybe I was just in the wrong mood. Now it's pretty bad. I'm with Richie though. RoboCop has moments of like, oh, okay, and like I actually wouldn't have hated if they had done a sequel. Unfortunately, I don't think made enough money and had enough praise to get there. But yeah, RoboCop is definitely in this case. I never thought I'd be this excited to vote for the RoboCop remake as I am right now. RoboCop.
yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
So I love the original RoboCop movies, and that new remake was a piece of trash. But Dumb and Dumber, as dumb as it was, there's no way in hell I'm voting for RoboCop.
All right, sounds good. Well, there's at least one vote for it, for Dumb and Dumber 2, but it'll be RoboCop. Moving on. Let's see what we got next. We have the Grand Budapest Hotel up against Sex Tape. Okay. So it'll be me first, and yeah, I skipped the Grand Budapest Hotel because screw Wes Anderson. I don't care for him, and it's not for me. So, and Sex Tape was mildly funny. Like I laughed a little bit through it. I wasn't just like a laugh riot for me or anything, but like it was fun, and I really like Jason Segel. So yeah, I think that it's decent. At least like a 6 out of 10 for me. So I'll vote for Sex Tape. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, Sex Tape was all right. I just feel like it was an advertisement for like iPads and the cloud. They kept going, the cloud. The cloud. It was just like,
it's in the cloud now. Yeah,
in the cloud. Yeah, it was all right. I think this is like the second movie. Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz did together. They also, played like that they were love interests in Bad Teacher. But Grand Budapest Hotel is really good. You sleep on the tennis, man. It's really fun. It's like I think it's the first film of Tony Revolori. It's really good. And yeah, it's a great cast. It's really fun, really quirky, and I enjoy it. Ray Fiennes is amazing. He's one of the greatest actors working today. And yeah, it's a great movie. So Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, but like Mike's comment in the chat there, like that's a weird movie night right there. Yeah, watching those two back to back. Yeah, but JPO,
make a sex tape in the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
All we are saying is give Wes a chance. Yeah,
I already have, and no.
Not recently. See the newer one.
I'd rather drink poison.
It's not your turn, Chris. Let me speak first. The Sex Tape was very mid. I waited several years to see it because I just wasn't high on my watch list, and then finally I was like, you know what? I got a Jason Segel gap. I love Jason Segel. Diaz can be good, and I realized why I was fine with waiting. The 4 or 5 years later that I saw it. Wes Anderson, I like how he started. He lost me in the middle here. I'm not a Tenenbaums, Steve Zissou, Darjeeling fan to a large degree. He has really won me back here. I love this. I love Moonrise Kingdom. I enjoyed his last one. Grand Budapest, I think, is fantastic. Look at that killer's row of 3 list of actors. There's probably 2 more rows you could probably make on that. this is a great story. I love it. Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
I also can't stand Wes Anderson either. So I'm gonna go with Sex Tape.
Come on,
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah, Jacob, what do you think?
I haven't seen Sex Tape. Yeah, it wasn't high up on my watch list. Still isn't high up on my watch list. I think the Grand Budapest Hotel is a really good movie. Great performances all around. Fun story. So I'm gonna go with Grand Budapest.
So it'll be Grand
The
Budapest.
Ride movie one.
Right. Well, say this: if it makes it to the championship, I'll watch it and see if I like it because I have not watched it.
It might because it's
So-
going up
so
against
we'll
the
see.
remake of RoboCop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna make it 3 rounds finally.
Yeah. But
When
we
you
have
said-
Noah.
When you said fun story, I thought you were about to tell a story. I'm like,
Yeah.
fun.
That's what I thought
no,
too. Yeah.
you said-
Like, where's the story? Yeah, but Noah up against American Sniper. So I think that we are back to Richie. So what do you got?
Yeah, I haven't seen Noah. Let's just not let sort of the stories don't really interest me that much. No offense to anyone who is like Christian or anything. It's just no, it's not really something that's not interests me. I do hear it's kind of nuts though, so I might give it a go. But yeah, and I like Russell Crowe obviously. He's great. American Sniper is really good if you ignore like the obvious like fake baby controversy. Obviously, that was good. Yeah, they obviously didn't hide the fact that it was just a toy baby, but it is Bradley Cooper is really good in it. And yeah, they definitely do a good job. A good job of portraying Chris Kyle as a bit of a piece of shit. But yeah, it's a good movie, so I'll go American Sniper.
Yeah. Well, JPO.
When I was young, whenever I wanted to say the word no, I would always say Noah. I would always just throw in that at the end. And that's what I said to this film. They said, "You want to see that Noah movie?" And I went, "Noah." It's not none of my alley, and I feel like the reviews kind of matched my expectations, so I never got around to it. Yes, Richie kind of said what already are the kind of qualms of American Sniper. Clint Eastwood's known for doing just one take and moving on. Maybe he should have double checked those dailies of that baby. But yeah, probably didn't. And went, fuck it, it's fine. Who cares about the baby? But at the core of it, Bradley Cooper, I think, is absolutely fantastic here. I have learned recently via like Jay and Richie that evidently maybe that guy's not a good guy. I don't know. The movie, I'm just going by the movie, and the movie's really good. American Sniper.
Yeah. Well, Chris?
I'm gonna go with American Sniper. I think it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I have only ever walked out of one movie in a theater, and that movie is Noah, because this movie is if it wasn't marketed as this biblical movie, it'd be fine. It'd be fine, but there are so many biblical inaccuracies in this movie that it's, for me, nearly unforgivable. Like there's just so many things that didn't happen in the Bible.
Yeah.
That they put in this movie, and it's not for me. I like everyone involved in this movie. I think Russell Crowe, Emma Watson, yeah, they're great, and the filmmaking, yeah, it's good, but the story, like, it just.
Who directed this? Did someone good direct this too?
Yeah, it was
Was it Aronofsky?
It was Aronofsky, yeah.
It is, isn't it? It's like my only Aronofsky gap too. I just
yeah, I'm not very high on American Sniper either, but I can at least watch the whole movie. So American Sniper will get my vote.
Yeah. I think that at the time that American Sniper came out, like, it was the like highest grossing movie in January by a long shot. Like, it made a lot of money, but I just thought that it was good, not great. I thought that it was okay. I don't know that much about the real Chris Kyle, or like if he's a good person or not. But the movie's good. But yeah, Noah is trash. Like, it is not good. And for that cast that it has, like and being a Aaron Aronofsky movie, it should be way better than that, like way better. And it's not like just having Russell Crowe and Emma Watson and like Jennifer Connelly and Anthony Hopkins and all those guys in there. Just no, like it should have been way better. And when we had a fun little conversation after one of our shows with me and Steven Shepard and Austin, and we're talking about Noah, and then we're going like a whole debate about like well, like it didn't follow what's in the Bible, so basically just a fantasy movie, and they're like, well, the whole entire Bible is a fantasy, like none of it's true. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's like back and forth. I'm like, where are my Christian friends at? Where are you, Jacob? Where are you, my other Christian friends to help me out here? But so that was interesting, like kind of like a borderline offensive, like the way the conversation went. But so I'm gonna vote for American Sniper here because I think that it's a pretty good movie. So yeah. But did you vote, Richie? You were first, right?
Yeah, he was.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So it'll be American Sniper. All right. We got Obvious Child. I don't know what that is, but up against Creed. Does anyone know what Obvious Child is?
Yes, I do.
Even know?
Yeah, I started
Right.
watching it earlier and I never got to finish it.
Well, yeah, we'll go around. So, JPO, you're up first.
Jenny Slate is a stand-up comedian who has a one-night stand and is pregnant, and maybe she doesn't want to keep it. Obvious Child. And Creed is Creed. Yeah, I like Jenny Slate a lot. I actually like Jake Lacey. He's the main dude in that, and I liked what I saw, but I still have about an hour left. So Creed, I love Creed. Actually, I think it honestly might be the best in the entire series, including Rocky. I loved it, Creed.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
So considering I still have not seen Creed, but I really don't have an excuse anymore, all the movies are now on streaming because of the new movie coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't have any idea of anything about Obvious Child. But Creed looks more interesting, I guess. So I'll go with Creed.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Obvious Child. It's one that's been on my radar. I like Jenny Slate, so I'll probably give it a watch at some point. But yeah, no, Creed is really good. And if you want to hear my thoughts on it, tune into a podcast about movies this Saturday where we will be talking about the Rocky and Creed franchise.
Nice. Well, I haven't seen Obvious Child, obviously, because I didn't really know what it was. But Jenny Slate, I'm kind of lukewarm on her. I think she shines when she does voice over work like Marcel the Shell and stuff like that. But Creed is great. Like I absolutely love these Creed movies. I think that they're bangers. And if you haven't seen Creed 3, go see Creed 3 because that movie freaking rules. Like I can't wait to see it again. It might be the best Creed movie, and it just was directed by Michael B. Jordan, and like man, like did he direct the hell out of this movie? Like so good. I can't wait. Like I'm probably gonna do another double feature with Scream and see it again this weekend.
So sorry to ask.
Yeah.
Do I have to have seen like it's just been a while since I've seen the Rocky movies? Do I have to be like up on those in order to understand what's going on?
No, you'll just see the other Creed movie.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you just see the Creed movie, that's probably the way to go. But I mean, there'll be little like tidbits that might be in there from the Rocky movies, but not much. So.
Okay, cool.
Have you ever seen
Sorry.
the Rocky movies?
Oh yeah, forever ago. Yeah.
Then I think it'll be fine. There's nothing like too integrate where you're like, who? You know?
Yeah. Yep. So I'm voting for Creed. So Richie.
Okay, I'll be the one vote for Obvious Child. It's a good movie. Yeah, it's Jenny Slate's really good in it. It's really funny, and yeah, it's a really quirky movie. And go check it out. Creed's Creed is really good, but I'll go Obvious Child.
Yeah, so I've got a little love for Obvious Child, but it'll be Creed. Also, I will say, like for me personally, I thought Creed was so good that it's better than every single movie I saw in 2022. Like I can confidently say that. So yeah. So go see it. It's great.
Jonathan Majors, though, he looks like in his mid-40s, and I'm older than him. It is great.
Yeah, like he looks like kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, but he's a great actor though.
He's 33.
Wow.
and he was born after me.
Probably younger than all of us on this panel, almost. So yeah.
No, give me a few more months. He's
All right.
old.
In a few months, he'll also be a few months older.
Yeah. Well, we got
Yeah, old man.
we got
That means
Jack,
I still have a shot to win the boxing trophy.
yeah, but we got Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit was a movie me and Chris saw together. I remember that, and then
Yeah.
going on
man,
The
what
Drop, which is another
what a
movie I
movie.
don't know anything about. So we'll start with Chris first.
So I don't have any idea anything about The Drop, but I freaking love Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. It's so good, and they did such a good job, like paying homage to the books. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
So I haven't seen either of these movies, but Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini have me intrigued, so I'll go with The Drop.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about the Drop either, but the movie sounds intriguing, and like maybe for Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, like it might help if you read the books. I think because I wasn't loving it. I thought that it was just honestly maybe even kind of bad, like not that great. So me and Chris were maybe of two different opinions. But,
Oh yeah, no,
but,
it was made for fans of the books.
yeah. So I have read like because the Jack Ryan, is that Tom Clancy or like who wrote those books?
It is Tom Clancy.
Yeah, because I have read some Rainbow Six books from him, but I never read any of the Jack Ryan books, so I probably need to do that. But I'll still vote for it here because I think it's all right, and I've never seen The Drop, so. But Richie,
I shouldn't have taken a mouthful.
oh, that's all right. No worries. Which one we want to tell you? What we want to vote for?
These are almond shapes. They're pretty popular in Australia. Yeah. Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought Jack Ryan. Sorry, Chris. I thought Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit sucked. I think it's one of the worst. I think it's one of the worst Jack Ryan movies.
good, dude.
But the Drop is pretty decent. I like The Drop. I've seen it. It's good. Yeah, I think it's underrated. And on, like the certain actors, like they're not necessarily your favorite, but you just now find yourself that you've watched a lot of their movies by accident. Newly Repays is one of those movie people. I watch a lot of her movies for some reason. So yes, yes, and then I'll go with The Drop. It's a good movie.
Yeah, like I've had those where just unintentional. The same actor keeps showing up in all these movies. You're like damn it, there she is again. But JPO.
When I believe I was 11, turning 12, as an early birthday present, my dad took me to the theaters and we chose The Sum of All Fears. And after the movie, with tears in my eyes, I said, "Can we see another movie that sucked?" So I never liked Jack Ryan from that day on. So I never got to this, nor the John Krasinski one, because I'm burned for my 12th birthday. So I did see The Drop. Yeah, I haven't seen it only one time watch, but it's not bad. It's kind of like a local robbery kind of gone wrong. But a nice little kind of slower burn movie. So The Drop gets my vote because Jack Ryan made me cry, and because I want to see Undercover Brother.
Yeah, well, at least think Some of All Fears is better than this one here, at least. So, but I think it's gonna be The Drop.
Damn.
Right. So, Drop. Moving on. We have The Taking of Deborah Logan, or and up into Raid 2.
Lopsided.
I mean, I think there's enough to go around because, like, I'll say something about The Taking of Deborah Logan. We'll start with Jacob.
Oh, well, also, and that is, I haven't seen it, nor have I ever actually heard of it. I don't even know what this is, but The Raid 2, I think The Raid 2 is great. Another really good action movie here. I'm a little longer than I would like, but I think still overall really solid. So I'll go with The Raid 2.
Yeah. So I have seen both of these, and the Taking of Deborah Logan, I think that's a decent horror movie. Just kind of like this old lady who gets possessed, and like old people like really creep me out sometimes. Like it's just like I used to work in nursing homes and hospitals, and I've seen some of them kind of creeping around in the dark, and kind of like I've worked overnights where I'm like the only person in a nursing home overnight, and like you see some old person not saying a word, just like creeping up on you, and then like scares the hell out of you in the middle of the night. Like that's happened to me. So and yeah, like she just gets possessed, and it's played by an actor named Jill Larson, and she actually does a really good job of like looking very, very creepy. So the movie's good, but I mean the Raid 2 is a banger. I actually preferred over the first Raid, and that kitchen fight scene. Like there's a reason why I put that in the intro for a tier ranker, because I think it's one of the best fight scenes ever put to screen, in my opinion. So I got to go with the Raid 2. Richie?
Yeah, I heard about Taking on Deborah Logan. I haven't heard great things. And the Raid 2 is awesome. Great fight choreography. The kitchen scene's amazing. So, yes, it's pretty easy. The Raid 2.
Yeah. Well, JPO?
I feel like I've seen that creepy ass poster before. That's all I remember. So the Raid 2.
Sure, yeah.
I feel like everyone hurry up and vote because the thing's going to possess me in a second.
Yeah, right. I think it's creepy. But Chris?
I'm gonna go with the Raid 2, but I do want to see the taking of Deborah Logan, because I remember being on that episode where you were talking about it, and I was like, okay, that actually looks really creepy and really good.
Kind of looks like Marilyn Manson.
Almost. But that'll be the Raid 2. All right. That'll be the end of that side. Cool. So all right. Go to the next one. Let's see what we got. See if we still got some good ones left, which I think we do.
Oh, yeah, Lego movie.
The Lego movie up against Draft Day. Here you go.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a little tough, so I think we're back to Richie. So what do you got?
Yeah, this is actually tougher than you'd probably think, because I'm not a huge sports guy. But, yeah, like, Draft Day really got me into, like, like the ins and outs of, like, the draft and the business side of things. It really made it interesting, kind of like Moneyball did with the baseball. So I enjoyed it. I think Kevin Costner was really good. Yeah, and Lego Movie obviously said it a lot. But yeah, when it was announced as a Lego Movie, I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be silly. And it was a lot more adult than I was expecting. It was really funny. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Draft Day. Why not?
Yeah. JPO. What do you think?
Yeah, Draft Day is a recent watch, like in the last month, if not even less. One of those Voodoo $5 sales, and I know Barber's a fan too, and Richie liked it, so I finally got around to it. And yeah, my thoughts are pretty much exactly like Richie's. Not a sports guy, but like it's this barely has the sport in it. You know what I mean? It's much more about the surroundings of that day, and trying to choose the right person, and deals and negotiations, and it's good. I dug it. But the Lego Movie, I just think is that next level, especially for me, man. I love all the characters they throw at us here. I love the story. I love the reveal of the real life Will Ferrell. Yeah, I love this series. I actually do hope that it will be a trilogy sooner than later. So Lego Movie.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chris, what do you think?
Draft Day also surprised the hell out of me. Such a good movie, but it's a Lego movie. It's so good, and I also hope we get another movie too.
Yeah. Well, Jacob.
Oh, this one is tough. I really enjoy both these movies. The Lego Movie was actually like behind Guardians, like the biggest surprise for me from this year. Because yeah, it's a movie about Legos. Yeah, this has the potential to flop because typically those don't do very well. But it was a big surprise. It really worked. I loved the voice cast. I love the characters. I think it was really good. But Draft Day, yeah, like it's a different kind of sports movie. Behind the scenes, great performances all around. Draft Day.
Yeah. This one's tough, yeah, because I thought that the Lego movies was great. Like everything is awesome. Like you get that song stuck in your head, and like it just it's got some great characters, and like it is a little erratic. I mean, but not as erratic as the Lego Batman. I thought that was even more erratic. But
Love Lego Batman.
And then also having the Will Ferrell scene in the middle, I think that worked really well. Having been whatever the villain is, but yeah, Draft Day was like really, really good. I think it was one of Ivan Reitman's last movies, not the last, but but close to it, and yeah, like it was really, really good. And if you can watch this, like I watched the 4K of Draft Day, man, like for just like a movie about sports, like the behind the scenes stuff, it actually still looked really, really cool in 4K on a 4K TV. Like it actually like popped really, really well. So
it is indeed Reitman's last directorial movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna vote for Draft Day. So yeah, R.I.P. Ivan Reitman. So yeah, so I think it's Draft Day, right? Is that where we're at? I think we got a few more votes for that. So Draft Day, moving on. We have Horrible Bosses 2 up against the Skeleton Twins. So like, I never seen Skeleton Twins. I assume it's a comedy, but I don't know. They look a little depressed.
It's more of a dramedy. Yeah. It's definitely a dramedy.
Yeah.
It's the battle of the SNL hater incident.
Yeah. So JPO, you're up first. So what do you think?
Okay, so yeah, this is one I don't know if maybe Richard on my back because he said he kind of knew it too. I like Horrible Bosses too. I think it's a fun enough sequel. I think it's easy to kind of throw on. Now you got the return of Fox and Aniston. I think even Spacey's in it briefly, and then the new kind of baddies, and Pine's really good, and so is Waltz. Again, not as good as the first one, but decent. Skeleton Twins, I'm actually gonna give them my vote. I thought this was a really sweet tale. There are some funny moments here, but Bill Hader is someone kind of going through some stuff right now here. I think he's a little suicidal, or at least was, and so he's kind of with his sister and Kristen Wiig here. And yeah, I think it's sweet, it's funny, and they're both perfect in this. That's why. Like when Bill Hader was being Barry, I was like, yeah, I think this dude might have it because I saw some different shades in the Skeleton Twins, and you see it as like just straight up comedies. And I think Bill Hader has become overall, as well as Wig, they're both just really well rounded actors. Skeleton Twins.
Yeah, Chris, what do you think?
I gotta go to Horrible Bosses 2. I love this sequel. I think it takes what was great about the first one up to like level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it goes to 11, so that's not very good, Chris.
Yeah, but Jacob, what do you think?
I haven't actually seen either of these. For whatever reason, Horrible Bosses 2, I just skipped it. I don't know, because I like the first one enough. But no, the Skeleton Twins, I really like Bill Hader. So, if you were to put both of these in front of me, which one would I watch? Probably the Skeleton Twins.
Yeah, the Skeleton Twins is a big blind spot for me because I'm a big Bill Hader fan and also a Kristen Wiig fan. Like I really like both of them. As far as SNL goes, they're both top 5 as far as like male and female cast. Like if you're ranking the male and then the female, they're both top 5 for me. So, and yeah, like I really do want to see it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I'm a big fan of the Horrible Bosses franchise. Like I'm actually pretty glad that we got a sequel. I do like the first one a little better. Like I don't know if I'm like the one thing I wasn't huge on is like Chris Pine, like whatever he was doing. But besides that though, I thought everyone else was great. And I'm a big Charlie Day fan when he does comedy, like when he's not trying to do something like Pacific Rim Uprising or like something like that. Like that didn't work. But for this though, I think that it works pretty well, so I'll vote Horrible Bosses 2. But Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I really love the first Horrible Bosses. It's like I just really dig it. I've seen it heaps of times. Horrible Bosses 2 is really good, but I don't go back to it as much. But it's still pretty good. I think the first Horrible Bosses, I think it's one of my favorite Jennifer Aniston comedic performances in the first one at least. And I think she still shines in this one. Yeah, it's good. I like the addition of Christoph Waltz and Chris Pine's fun, but yeah, it's not as good as the first one. And I haven't got around to Skeleton Twins yet, but I've heard pretty good things. The only thing I've seen is that there's this funny interview where there's a guy. They're doing some interview on. So I don't know. It's like a morning TV thing. Some guy got confused. It's like, oh, did you? He asked Kristen Wiig about, oh, did you have to? Did it feel uncomfortable to do a nude scene? And she's like, I don't do a nude scene in this movie. And then and then they all laughed because he confused it with something else. It was very fun.
That movie is Welcome to Me. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah. Not that I know that quickly.
Yeah, the one where she wins the lottery or something, or something.
Yeah.
From the lottery. Yeah. So, had I seen Skeleton Twins, I'd probably voted for that. It looks like the better movie, but I'll go Horrible Bosses too.
Ooh, so you were the deciding vote. So it's Horrible Bosses 2. Moving on. All right.
Go see Skeleton Twins.
Yeah. 300 Rise of an Empire up against Oculus, which I don't know. Does anyone want to say anything about 300 Rise of an Empire? Because I think we could just put through Oculus.
Oh, wait a minute. I could say, no.
Yeah, just put through Oculus.
No, I'll
Sure.
say stuff. I want to say
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. We'll run quick, so we'll go to Chris first.
Oculus.
Yeah. That's all I need to say. Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these, but I've heard better things about Oculus, so that's gonna get my vote.
Yeah, like I kind of skipped 300 Rise of an Empire because I just didn't really care that much, and I'm not even that big on the first one. I think that Gerard Butler's is good, and like there's some really cool effects in it, but other than that, it doesn't really do that much for me. But I'm a big fan of Oculus. Like I think that's great. Karen Gillan, I'm a big Karen Gillan fan. If you know me, she's one of my like celebrity crushes, and yeah, she's really good in it. So I'm gonna vote for Oculus. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah. Well, again, slow down.
And also, shout out Katie Sackhoff. It could be another celebrity crush. So there you go.
Yeah,
Richie.
Don't even memorable scene. I remember 300 Rise of the Empire is like Eva Green and then whatever the guy's name is, the main guy, like the sex scene in that movie.
You
Oh, yeah.
pervert.
Yeah. God. But yeah, Oculus, probably the best WWE produced film. This is a WWE produced film. We were
Really?
That's great.
Oh wow.
Think about that. Yeah, it's a good movie, a great movie. So yeah, Oculus.
Yeah. JPO.
Man, take a shot. Richie stole my bid. Yeah, WWE Studios, Oculus will get my vote here because I've seen neither of these. But I've thought about going back to Oculus because it's an early Mike Flanagan, who's kind of killing it recently. Gerald's Game, Doctor Sleep. So this is kind of one of his breaks. So it definitely intrigues me more. Oculus.
Yeah. All right. Well, it'll be Oculus. Okay. We got Wild with Reese Witherspoon up against the Book of Life. Okay. And this time it'll be Jacob first.
Yeah, I haven't seen Wild. Haven't really heard much about it. The Book of Life is actually a recent first-time watch. I just finally got to it, and I'm a little disappointed I waited this long because I think this movie is great. Kind of similar to Coco, but obviously they did it first. Kind of the Day of the Dead, kind of the afterlife sort of thing. Really, I love the voice cast. A really interesting use of music, kind of using what was at the time, modern hits and kind of tweaking them. So I thought that was really interesting, really cool. So I'm gonna go the Book of Life.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen the Book of Life. It's just one of my blind spots. I need to get to that. But Wild, I think that Wild's great. Like it's just like mostly Reese Witherspoon. You have Laura Dern in there playing some scenes, being her mom in it. But it's just her hiking up the Pacific Coast Trail, and that's something that like if I had the free time to just take a couple of months off and just go do it, if I could afford to just do that, I would actually love to do something like that. Like I think that'd be a lot of fun. You just see all the things that she goes through. She was kind of in like an abusive relationship, and she's just trying to just find herself. So she's just going out on this crazy long, like just thousands of miles hiked over like so many months, or I don't know how long it took her to do it, but like it's a pretty cool story. So yeah, I'll vote for a while. I think it's pretty underrated. So Richie?
Yeah, I haven't seen Book of Life, but yeah, Wild is pretty good. Probably deserving of the accolades it got, and yeah, Reese Witherspoon's really good. So yeah, I'll go Wild.
If you want to see brief glimpses of Reese Witherspoon naked, like there's just these random shots where it just shows her naked, like it's weird.
Is that all you guys think about?
Not
I was just
all,
about to
but-
say because I've seen neither. I'm torn, but Jordan just sold me. My vote is
Yeah.
Wild.
Wild, yeah. Sounds good. Chris,
I'm voting for Wild.
yeah, it is a wild time. Let me tell you. So there it is. Wild, moving on.
Terrible reason to vote for the movie.
Nope, it's an okay movie.
Yeah. We got Get On Up with Chadwick Boseman going against Walk of Shame, which I don't know if anyone's going to vote for Walk of Shame, but we could make it quick here. It'll be me first. And yeah, the funny thing is I haven't seen Get On Up, but I have seen Walk of Shame. And I thought Walk of Shame wasn't terrible. Like I thought that it was like okay, but I mean it's just like a one crazy night of her getting like dropped off somewhere where she's dressed up in like a skirt or dress where she's like coming from the club or something like that. But and then she has to like try to make it home through the city without like getting like attacked or raped or like whatever, and has wild stuff happen to her. It's all right.
What a comedy.
Yeah. What a comedy. But Get On Up, I haven't seen it, but man, I'm a huge Chadwick Boseman fan, and I've heard great things about him playing. I forget the singer now.
James Brown.
James Brown. Yeah, like Get On Up. Yeah, that should say it right there. So because that's one of his more famous songs. So yeah, I'll actually just vote Get On Up. So, Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Walk of Shame. I think it was on like the the Schmoes like worst of lists at that time.
Yeah.
So I've heard bad things. So I don't know. Yeah. I hadn't gone around to seeing it. Maybe you'll see it one day. I don't know. Probably doubtful. But I've always wanted. I haven't seen Get On Up either, but I've always wanted to. I actually don't mind music biopics, and yeah, this looks pretty good. And yeah, Chadwick Boseman is great. I think this role in 42 kind of put him in the on notice for Black Panther. So yeah, and yeah, I've heard really good things. So I'll go Get On Up.
Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, Walk of Shame reminds me of Sex Tape, and it's one of those comedies where I finally, like, 3-4 years later, was like, again, I like Elizabeth Banks. Why haven't I seen this? And then I was like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like it that much. I remember, like, several people keep thinking she's a prostitute, like, very contrived because she's wearing a yellow dress that shows some knee. Like, I don't know, just very one of those contrived things.
Yeah.
Get On Up. It's a really good Boseman performance here. Everyone saw it once, but it's definitely several levels above Walk of Shame. Get On Up.
Yeah. And speaking of Elizabeth Banks, Cocaine Bear sucked. I saw that and I was falling asleep. I hated that movie. Some people like it though. They like do like it, but comedy, I didn't laugh.
Top 5 of the year.
Man, I did not laugh one time in that movie.
I've also seen 13 movies, so that's not really like a huge praise.
Yeah, but Chris, what do you think?
I'm excited for Cocaine Bear. I know it's going to
Stay
be
excited.
Crazy. Like
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
You
I
might
don't
like it. It
need
might
a
be a
movie to be
Euro.
like educated film.
Yeah.
Between the two, Get On Up sounds like a better movie, and in the States at least, it is available on Netflix.
All right, sounds good.
It wasn't on anything for a while though.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think? Here.
So I'm rewatching WrestleMania 30, and I'm still in awe in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal every time I watch it when Cesaro with ease, or at least he makes it look like he's doing it with ease, just picks up the 500-pound Big Show and tosses him over the top rope like it's nothing. I haven't seen either of these movies. Get On Up sounds way more interesting, so that's going to get my vote.
Yeah. Do you really 500 pounds? Is that how much? Like how big?
Give or
he is?
take.
It's a little kayfabe. He's probably 4 or something.
Yeah, but I believe that's everyone. Do you vote, Richie? Just making
Yeah,
sure.
Get On Up.
Okay. Get on up. Okay. We have Transcendence, Johnny Depp, up against Walk Among the Tombstones. So, So this time it'll be Chris first.
I thought I went first last time. No.
Yeah. Isn't it me?
Okay.
Wasn't it you? Who went first? I thought it was you that went first last time. Wasn't?
Maybe it was. Maybe I'm way off. Let's just go
I went last.
with Richie. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Transcendence is terrible. It's a bad Johnny Depp film. That's very up its own ass. It's very boring as well. And Walk Among the Tombstones is quite good. It's not like your cliche, what you'd think a cliche Liam Neeson movie is. It's sort of like more. I mean, it's still got your sort of action, but it's sort of more of a crime drama thriller here. It's actually pretty good. So I'll go Walk Among the Tombstones.
Yeah, and I didn't realize Transcendence was directed by Wally Pfister, which is like Chris Nolan's like DP guy. So
yeah, and he hasn't done a film since.
Yeah.
A lot of people were hopeful. Yeah.
Yeah, but JPO, what do you think?
Again, pretty much on Richie's track here, man. There's glimmers of an interesting concept in Transcendence, but it doesn't execute it well, and it becomes even boring at points, and the ending doesn't help it either. Welcome to the Tombstones is another one relatively kind of late to it, but I'm surprised by it because, again, maybe just because Liam Neeson at one point I kind of like started to fall off track, and he's still banging out movies that I don't care about. But this was one that, it's a slower burn. It's more of a mystery drama thriller, not even thriller. It's mystery drama with a little bit of action finally towards the end. And actually, I kind of dug it. So, Welcome to the Tombstones definitely gets my vote.
I'm gonna go with Walk Among the Tombstones because Transcendence is a dumpster fire. And the new movie Marlowe, which I feel like I probably mentioned before, is so good with Liam Neeson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like one of the few people I know that's seen that, so I gotta go see it. But Jacob, what do you think?
JPO, you might want to like take your headphones off or something, because if you haven't watched Raw tonight yet, you might not want to hear this. So I'm rewatching WrestleMania 30, and they're doing the promo package for Cena and Wyatt, which I think great promo. I never thought I would see John Cena in a title match at WrestleMania in 2023. Yet here we are. Looking forward to it. I haven't seen either of these, but the way you guys are talking about Transcendence makes me not want to see, even though I'm a big Johnny Depp fan. So I'll go with A Walk Among the Tombstones.
Was that the one where they
so maybe JPO can put his headphones on?
Was that the one where they had Eminem Legacy as a song?
You were safe to put your headphones on. I was trying to signal.
That was good. That was good. This is my legacy. Yeah,
but yeah. I have not seen Transcendence. I just heard bad things, so I kind of just didn't really rush out to see it, and it just passed me by, and I'm not really looking back at it. So, but Walk Among the Tombstones was a lot of fun. I actually really like it. Kind of like a murder mystery like sort of thing, but like a slow kind of burn, like almost thriller-ish kind of, and like throwing in like Dan Stevens, David Harbour in there, like Boyd Holbrook. You throw in them. Like it's fun. Like I actually really like it. And compared to his other like generic things that he's been doing recently, I think this one is a lot better than like a good handful of them. So yeah, I'll vote for Walk Among the Tombstones. And Richie, what do you think?
I already voted.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you're first. So it'll be a Walk Among the Tombstones. All right. You have Fury up against Goodnight Mommy. I don't know what that is. Again.
Okay. They did a remake that came out last year or this year.
Okay. Interesting. Well, JPO, you're up first.
Last year.
I saw the Naomi Watts remake last year of Goodnight Mommy. I feel like I was the only person that did that and regretted it. I love Fury. Great ensemble cast here. Interesting tale. David Ayer is a very mixed bag director, but this is probably his best. Fury.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
Fury's an incredible movie. Oh my god. Yeah, so definitely Fury.
Yeah. Jacob.
I think we're on a streak. I haven't seen either of these. Fury's a big blind spot I need to get to. I hear pretty good things about, so I'll go with Fury.
Ooh, yeah, I think you would love Fury. Yeah, it's great, but yeah, Fury's awesome. Like, I've already talked about when I met John Bernthal right before he filmed Fury, and then also Shia LaBeouf came out to Idaho to do training at Gowan Field, so he was there for like a couple months. So yeah, me and Chris were
And then
both
the
from
crazy
Idaho,
fucker to rip his own
home.
tooth out.
I didn't know
Yeah.
he. Wow.
Yeah, there was a tweet that he put out. He said, "I'm going up to the Gowan Fields." There's no S in Fields; it's just Field, but you just put that. But
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then also Logan Lerman, like that kind of like turned me more onto him as an actor, and then of course Brad Pitt in there. So yeah, and then you got a few decent supporting little roles from like Michael Pena and Scotty.
Oh
Stewart and
yeah,
stuff,
that whole part where he gets dragged. I can't say anything.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
I'll leave that up to you, but Fury's awesome, and I don't know what Good Mommy is because I felt like from 2022 that was a year where I saw more movies than almost any other year like in my life, and I've still never even heard of Good Night Mommy, so so Fury, yeah, but Richie.
I don't know. I would say don't let the remake of Goodnight Mommy sour you because the original is pretty good, and it's actually pretty.
All right.
It was pretty successful. It's a good movie. But yeah, that being said, I'm going Fury's great woman.
Yeah, Fury it is. All right.
Yeah, now I would still give the original a chance. I just happened to see the other one first.
Yeah. We got Calvary up against The Night Before, which was our little like oopsie. We're gonna still include it. So, and I believe that it is Chris first. I think so. What do you think?
Me and you, like, dude, I remember we saw The Night Before together, and I hated this movie. I know it's one of those movies that you love.
Yeah,
hated it.
Rule.
But I haven't seen a Calvary. But just for that reason, I'm going to go with the Calvary.
Sure, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I've never even heard of Calvary, but Brendan Gleeson's in it, so I'm interested because I think he's a great actor. But yeah, The Night Before, great, addition to the holiday viewing. I think the trio that you see on the poster are great together. So I'll go with The Night Before.
Yeah, I never really even heard of Calvary either until this, and yeah, with Brendan Gleeson and then a few like Irish cast members like Domhnall Gleeson, which I wonder if they're related. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a son.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even know that. So cool. So father son together. That's awesome. But Chris O'Dowd is in there too. So
wow.
Yeah, it seems like a decent little cast. But The Night Before, I just thought was like so funny. Like when he gets one of every drug, and then he just does all these drugs, but they're all the wrong portions. Though you're getting like way too much of some, and then not enough of some others, and then when they go to the midnight mass too. He's like, we did not kill him. Like the guy on the cross, we didn't do it. And he has a big Jewish star, and yeah, just a fun, just one crazy night movie. And also shout out Michael Shannon as Mr. Green. I thought he was one of the best parts of it. So yeah, I'll vote for The Night Before. Richie.
Yeah, so Calvary is directed by John Michael McDonough, who's the brother of Martin McDonough, who did Banshees of Inisherin and.
Oh, okay.
And in Bruges.
Even more interested.
He directed The Guard as well. Yeah, and so yeah, he's a great director in his own right, and The Calvary is pretty damn good. It's pretty good, and it's also got Dylan Moran. He's a stand-up comedian, but he was also in Shaun of the Dead. He's the kind of the nerd guy who gets eaten. But yeah, Night Before was really good, but I'll give some love to The Calvary.
Yeah. Well, JPO. What do you think?
Yeah. I think I vaguely sort of remember hearing about Calvary. So Night Before is fun. Night Before.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be Calvary, right? Is that where we're at?
No, not before. I think, isn't it?
So I voted for it, and then JPO, and then you vote for it, Jacob?
I voted for the night before.
Yeah. So it'll be the night before then. Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. Speaking of Seth Rogen, there he is at the interview.
Oh, God.
The man's blended. I'm gonna take a minute to pull out my one sheet poster of the interview. That I have that poster in a one sheet, but this might be a quick round. I might not have time. So, is anyone gonna vote for blended? Like anybody? We could. Just
it's not like the interview is great. Anyway.
No,
It's
but
blended.
yeah. Way more greater than blended.
Everybody's voting for blended.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put through the interview. We'll save some time here.
Yeah.
So blended is,
Yeah,
is
Malcolm
a
has
like
to go
steaming
first.
pile of like cow shit. It's bad.
I don't think Drew Barrymore did another movie after that. I think she just did the Santa Clara's Diet and then did the TV show.
No,
Yeah,
she's done. She's sadly has done movies since.
Oh, okay.
She probably has. Yeah, we just don't know about him. Chef up against a Most Wanted Man. So, and it'll be is it me first? I think it's me first, right? No, it's Jacob.
It's me first.
That's right, because Chris went first the last time. So
Yeah. I haven't seen either of these. I really like the cast for both of these. Probably just the one I've heard more about is Chef, and so that's probably the one I would watch first. So I'll go with Chef.
yeah. I've never seen a Most Wanted Man either, but that cast though, man, with Philip Seymour Hoffman, Willem Dafoe, Richie McAdams, Robin Wright. I mean, yeah, like it's a pretty great cast. I just haven't seen it, but Chef was actually was a lot of fun. Like it, just a fun kind of thing about a chef with a food truck and kind of like a restaurant business, and like Jon Favreau taking his son around, and then John Leguizamo, he was fun in it too, and then you have ScarJo that pops up, and then like Robert Downey Jr. is like almost like a cameo kind of thing, like you owed him one to just be in his movie or something like that. But yeah, I think Chef is a great. Probably like I want to do an episode about like the restaurant business and like food and related movies, and I think Chef would be one of the better ones. So yeah.
Oh, and No Reservations would be on there.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it makes you want to have a Cuban sandwich. So I'll vote for Chef. Richie.
Yeah, Most Wanted Man's got a great cast, and Philip Seymour Hoffman is one of my favorite actors. So I haven't seen it though, but yeah, it's one I really want to get to. Chef, yeah, it makes it doesn't matter if I just ate, it makes me really hungry. And Jon Favreau, a man after my own heart. He fucking directs and writes a movie, then puts himself in a love triangle with Sofia Vergara and Scarlett Johansson. I see you, buddy. I see you. I would do that. I would do that too. But yeah, no, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I just don't see anybody else in this role but me.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like the movie. I think it's really good. So yeah, I think if you see that there's a spin-off like sort of TV show on Netflix, it's actually pretty fun too. So
nice.
Yeah, I'll go Chef.
I didn't know that. So
yeah, it's not like a scripted TV show. It's just like a reality show.
Yeah. Even so, I still check it out. But JPO.
Yeah, I wanted to see Most Wanted Man. I started it because I love Hoffman, and it is one of his last couple movies. Too much of a slow burn for me. That first half was just kind of dragging for me. I either fell asleep or I had to do other stuff and never went back to it. I really like Chef. It makes you kind of wish Favreau still did more smaller movies like this. He hasn't done anything like this since. It's been either blockbusters or producing and stuff. So, yeah, I really like Chef. So yeah, Chef gets my vote.
Yeah. So Philip Seymour Hoffman. Any relation to Dustin Hoffman or no?
No.
I've always wondered that, but okay. But Chris, what do you think?
Easy vote for me. I'm definitely gonna go with Chef. That movie's awesome.
Yeah. And Jacob, you went first, right?
Yep.
So
Still
then it'll
Chef.
be Chef. Okay. Cool. Chef it is. All right. We got This Is Where I Leave You. going up against Night at the Museum, whatever one it is. It's the third one, I think.
Secret of the Tomb.
Yeah, it's a third.
That's it. Secret of the Tomb. Okay. And I'm up first, and I think that like this is where I leave you. Is another one of those ones I started, and I just like didn't get a chance to finish it. But it was good though. Seeing Jason Bateman and then Adam Driver's there, and like it's got a really stacked cast. But and I didn't see Secret of the Tomb because at this point I'm kind of over these Night at the Museum movies. They're not really for me, kind of thing. And I'm a big Ben Stiller fan, but for whatever reason, they just don't really appeal that much to me. I guess they're doing a Disney Plus series, or they already have, or it's a movie, or I don't know what's going on there. But I'm gonna vote for This Is Where I Leave You. I need to go back and finish that because
I know they just did an animated sequel. Weirdly enough, that was like direct to video.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I heard something in that world, but Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot. Like I'm not really huge on the Night Museum things like sort of Austin is. I always champion This Is Where I Leave You. I think it's a great ensemble comedy, and it's just a great sort of commentary on grief and having to deal with family and all these sort of differing personalities, and then having to work out your differences. And I think Adam Driver's really good in the movie. Tina Fey, and I think it's really fun. So I will go. This Is Where I Leave You. And by the way, Philip Seymour Hoffman does have a relative in the movie business. His son Cooper is in Licorice Pizza. So that's all.
Okay.
That's all.
Interesting.
He's the main dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Is Where I Leave You.
Yeah. JPO.
Licorice Pizza is one of the best pedophilia movies of the last 10 years. Yeah, I said it. So anywho, as far as this goes, though, I'm kind of with y'all. Night Museums, I like them all, like to a very small degree. I think it's that kind of perfect movie that, again, you got to be in that like 6 to 12 demographic of just like, look at all these talking fun, the moving things. So they're all kind of fine here. I don't necessarily love This Where I Leave You that much more, but it's definitely more up my alley. Great ensemble cast here. One of those ones that there's like 15 names at the top of the poster here because they got a great cast to come play. One I've actually kind of been meaning to maybe still check out again. So This Is Where I Leave You.
Yeah, like I was looking at like some of the like more like 7th and 8th build cast members. They have like Timothy Oliphant, Dax Shepard, Ben Schwartz is a character named Boner, which in the United States has a whole different meaning than it does in the rest of the world.
Schwartz is good in it too. Like he's not on that poster, but he's really good.
Yeah. No, we know what Boner is. We know Boner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Connie Nielsen as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. I actually really like that movie, and if I recall correctly, it is Robin Williams' last movie, and the tribute they give to him is phenomenal.
It might be his last major movie, but yeah.
His last movie.
Dog in that, and I think there's even a couple of direct-to-DVD ones that are before, but that's like his last major one.
Yeah, there's one where it's a voice of a dog. I was going to say that.
Yeah, but that movie was so good. I liked it. And This Is Where I Leave You. I mean, I passed it up a couple times, but I don't know. It looks all right. I'll probably eventually check it out, but it's not one of the ones that I'm like, I gotta go see right now.
Yeah. Well, Jacob.
Again, another matchup of two movies I haven't seen. I've seen the first Night at the Museum, but I haven't seen the sequels yet. I'll probably get to them eventually, but as far as this matchup, which one appeals to me more, and I'm gonna go with This Is Where I Leave You. I think that cast alone just has me intrigued just a little more, even though I am a big Robin Williams fan. But the cast and of This Is Where I Leave You looks really stacked, and so that has me excited.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be This Is Where I Leave You. But on the more that I think about it, I think maybe I actually have seen that at the museum, the Secret of the Tomb, because this is the one that was Rami Malek, and he has the little tablet thing in the Like
Yes.
I could turn all the little things of the tablet over like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have seen it, but it was kind of forgettable for me. But let's see what else we got. We got Are We Officially Dating? Going up against Annabelle or Annabelle or whatever. So
hold on.
Is that awkward moment?
It is.
that-
Yeah,
this
so you
must
got
be
like a
an
UK
alternate
book or
title.
something.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say like it's probably Malcolm made the
Oh, damn
that's
you,
the name
Malcolm. Yeah.
from over there in New Zealand. So yeah, because when he sent me the list of the movies, in parentheses it says, "Are we officially dating?" So yeah, so it's that awkward moment. So, but we'll go back down to Richie. So, would you want to go?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to check if it's. I think it's that awkward moment in Australia as well. I don't know why. It might be that in New Zealand. I don't
It's
know.
coming up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Interesting.
I think yeah. Oh no, it's Are We Officially Dating in Australia, Indonesia, and New Zealand? Okay, so much how we're paying attention. I don't know why we couldn't have that awkward moment. Maybe there's some other movie called that awkward moment. I don't know. I don't know why they changed titles. I don't understand that the whole business behind that. Anyway, look, I haven't seen it. Regardless, I think that's good cast. I like Miles Teller. I like Lovely Jordan. Who's the chick there?
I don't
Imogen
even know.
Poots? Am I making
Oh
that
yeah,
up?
Oh yeah, Imogen
yeah,
Poots.
yeah.
I like
It's
Imogen
Imogen
Poots. I like
Poots,
Zac Efron, and I haven't seen it. I've seen Annabelle, which is why I'm voting. Are we official? Why I'm going to vote for that awkward moment / Are we officially dating? Because Annabelle sucks, but
yeah. Sounds good. JPO.
Oh man, honestly, pass.
Yeah.
I never saw this particular Annabelle here. It was not. It didn't do much for me. I didn't really hear any like rave reviews. First of all, that's a horrible alternate title. Officially dating. That's very much sounds like a.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a better title yet, and that country kept it, I guess.
So
Sounds
are
more
we?
convoluted or something. Yeah.
I
And
don't.
it's not a good movie in my opinion too. Like I got it at the Dollar Tree, and I realized why it was at the Dollar Tree.
And you're like, oh, my money back.
Oh
Yeah, like
yeah.
$1 back. Yeah.
They won't fight you too if you ever do like go and they'll just take another DVD. We don't care, dude. It's $1. They won't.
Everything's $1. You exchange it for anything in the store.
They're like honestly, just put it in your pocket. Like I'm not gonna turn around and look. Anywho,
Yeah.
I guess I'll give it to Are We Officially Dating awkward moment because I mean yeah, that probably has more redeeming qualities. I like these four, but probably easily Jordan's worst movie.
Yeah. Chris.
I like Annabelle a lot, so I'm gonna go with Annabelle.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's for some people. Jacob.
Yeah, I'm outside the first two Conjuring movies, I'm just not a fan of this franchise. I thought there were some funny moments in that awkward moment, and I liked it enough that I think it's a better movie than Annabelle. So I'm gonna go with that awkward moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. Pass. Like these movies are horrible. Like I did watch all of Annabelle, and it just is bad. And then for that awkward moment, like I turned it off like midway through because like it was just so bad. Like I don't remember that much about it, other than I think there's like an awkward scene where like Michael B. Jordan's on the toilet doing something stupid. Like I don't know. Like it just I don't know if it's Zac Efron, maybe it's him. It's one of those guys, but it just was bad. So yeah, I'll probably give it to Annabelle, but I mean, not by much. I mean, they're all both horrible. So, but. Is it that awkward moment?
I think it's gonna be the awkward moment.
All right.
Yeah, three, two.
Awkward moment. Okay. Sounds good. What we do in the shadows? We go going up against Veronica Mars movie. That was a thing. So I think it's JPO first. So.
I mean, some credit to Veronica Mars. It is a cool story. The show getting kind of canceled soon, and this was like I believe like a GoFundMe kind of type thing of people really wanting to see another chapter. Yeah. And it does have its moments here. I mean, it is a fun little mystery here. Kristen Bell returns. Pretty much the entire cast of Jones. I've always liked Enrico Colantoni from Just Shoot Me and Galaxy Quest as her dad. But it is facing a great comedy here. One again late to the party, but word of mouth finally got to it. And this was, the opposite of some of the other ones I've said, like Sex Tape and whatever. That I was like, oh shit, why haven't I gotten to this sooner here? It's the show's been great, but speaking of the movie, sticking on the movie, the movie's great. What We Do in the Shadows gets the vote.
Yeah. Chris?
I think I'm gonna pass. I still really haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, and I don't know. I really need to eventually. Do
yourself a favor.
I mean, I really have no interest in Veronica Mars. Can I just vote for Hook?
No.
Okay, so I'll go with Veronica Mars then.
Sure, yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, I haven't seen Veronica Mars. I never watched the show either, so I really had no interest in the movie. What We Do in the Shadows, it comes up a lot. Still haven't seen it. I know I probably should.
Yeah.
I hear nothing but good things about it, so I'll go with What We Do in the Shadows because I'll probably actually watch that one. Whereas Veronica Mars, maybe not.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm always one of the bigger proponents of I really want to see a sequel to What We Do in the Shadows, like What We Do in the Moonlight or something about werewolves. But we already got the TV series, and if that just keeps going, like I'm fine with that because for as good as What We Do in the Shadows is, like the TV series is actually like almost better. And that's no slight against this movie because this movie is fantastic. Like it's laugh out loud hilarious. Like the whole Pita, and he's like some ancient Nosferatu vampire living with these kind of like more mild mannered vampires, and like it works really well. And Veronica Mars, I've seen like 2 episodes of the show. Didn't really care for it that much. I mean, it's got some mildly interesting people that you don't like see a lot anymore, like Jerry O'Connell or like Ken Marino or Ryan Hansen, some of those guys. But yeah, I gotta vote for What We Do in the Shadows. Richie.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of the Veronica Mars TV show. I have friends who are big fans of it, and obviously I knew that there was a huge petition to either bring back the series or have a movie. So the fact that they got it made, I think it was like a Kickstarter, I believe. I think this was a movie made on Kickstarter. Yeah. I believe, yeah. So that's kind of cool that can happen. So happy for them. But I don't know if from memory, I don't know if like even fans of this movie or fans of the TV show are overly happy with this movie. So that sucks for them. But it's a cool thing that that got made though. And I like Christian Bale, but yeah, What We Do in the Shadows is great. It's probably one of the more successful movies we have on Tournament Fights. To be honest, it does well all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna go to What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, and a little known fact about this channel, like speaking of the Kickstarters and GoFundMe, we have a GoFundMe for this channel. So I just did it. I was like, why the hell not? Like, let's just try it. So if you go up to the banner that's above this video, over in the bottom left hand corner, there's some little tiny icons, and you can go to our Patreon page, the GoFundMe. There's a link to the a Venmo account and all of it will go right back into this channel to make it bigger and better content and bring you more and better content. So yeah, if you want to do that, we really appreciate it. I don't bring it up much, but it is there. So, but yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. Moving on. And then we have the Penguins of Madagascar, Band of Jersey Boys, another Clint Eastwood one. So, and it'll be Chris first.
I love the Penguins of Madagascar. It's an easy vote for me. Absolutely that one.
Yeah. Jacob.
Haven't seen Jersey Boys. I think the Penguins of Madagascar is a lot of fun. I think the Penguins are the best part of the Madagascar franchise, and this is, I think, one of the few times where a side character, in this case side characters, do warrant having their own spin-off movie, and it works. So Penguins.
Yeah. I never saw Jersey Boys. I'm not a big musical guy, and it's just that premise. I'm just like, pass. I don't really care. But the Penguins of Madagascar, though, yeah, I think that it's the best thing to come out of the Madagascar franchise. Actually laughed quite a bit watching these penguins just have crazy adventures. They even spun off a TV series that was decent, and like I always like to shout out a joke that always cracks me up is like their whole thing is that they're trying to get to Antarctica, and they get there, and then they walk into the door and like, well, this sucks, and then like that's the end of the whole thing, and they turn around and leave.
Yes.
That cracks me up every time. So yeah, I gotta go with Penguins of Madagascar. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, Jersey Boys is probably one of Clint Eastwood's worst films. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a great film. It's not as. I mean, it's very, very different for him. You know, I'm glad. I might have tried something different. It's not really his kind of style of movie, and I'm glad. I admire him. He's a very daring director, and I admire that he tries different things. But yeah, it just didn't work out. It was kind of boring. But Penguins of Madagascar is a lot of fun. I love it. It was on my one. I think it was on my 128. I think it was really fun. It's just a fun movie. Just I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I thought it was just very, very, very funny. So I'm gonna go Penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah, sounds good. JPO.
Yeah, never got around to Jersey Boys. Not necessarily, on my, things that I prefer, and then the reviews also didn't necessarily match to make me like jump to it. So never got to it. And as you guys kind of said, Penguins probably the best of the four Madagascars. They were worthy of a sequel. They really popped off. And unlike Minions, this actually has a good script. That's funny. So Penguins Madagascar.
Yeah. And Chris, what do you think?
I think I said I was first.
Oh yeah, you went first. That's right. So
Yeah.
then it'll be Penguins. Moving on. Okay, cool. I think we're almost to just a couple left here. We got Birdman. We're into The Giver. I don't know if anyone's going to vote for The Giver, but we can talk about it quick.
Well,
if no one's going to vote for it, we could just go Birdman.
Well,
Sure.
I hate Birdman. I'll say that, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
vote for The Giver.
Yeah, like I don't really like Birdman either, but The Giver is even worse. That movie was terrible, and the book's great. The book's really good. But they made a horrible adaptation. so yeah. We got. Sorry, I'm getting a pop up on my screen. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Going up against The Expendables 3. Okay, so this might be a little better of a matchup. And I think Jacob, you're first.
Yeah. All right. I haven't seen A Dame to Kill For. I've seen the first Sin City. I haven't seen that one. I don't mind the Expendables trilogy. I'm curious to see where they go with the fourth one, but I think, the first three, if you turn your brain off, they're silly, fun action movies, and sometimes that's what you need. So I'll go with the Expendables 3.
Yeah. This one, I think they're both okay movies. I probably like Sin City just a little bit more. With Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Just a little more interesting with Bruce Willis in there and Mickey Rourke, and like there's a bunch of the cast goes on and on. But like but really like the style, the animation, like you get the same type of thing, and like it actually I think works pretty well. But The Expendables to me, like it's just a gimmick. Like it just feels really gimmicky. Let's just put all these aging action stars in these movies and just make ourselves an action movie. Which I mean, it's fine. Like I'm not gonna say it's bad. Like neither one's bad, but neither one's great. I just like Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, maybe a little more. So yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I really like the first Sin City. It like narrowly missed my 128. I think the first Sin City rules. Dame to Kill For again. It was like there's quite a gap between the first and second one in terms of release dates, and I was kind of disappointed. It's like there's glimmers of like like a good movie here, but it just doesn't come together. Expendables 3, I think it's hindered by the fact that that's like it's just it's got a PG-13 rating or like an M rating if you're in Australia.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of it kind of hurts it a bit. I think they can't go balls to the wall, and I feel like that they also got like this sort of combat sports athletes who aren't actors. You got Ronda Rousey, you got sort of Victor Ortiz. So it's like I know they only play small parts, but it's very apparent they're not actors. And I think Mel Gibson's really good as a villain. I think he shines. That was he's good. There's good elements in this movie, but it just doesn't all come together. But I guess I'll go Expendables 3.
Yeah. JPO?
I'm kind of with you guys as far as I feel like none of us are like that excited for one of these.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
which one is a 6.5 out of 10? Which one's a 6 out of 10 kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate any of the Expendables. It's probably my least favorite of the three here. I think it has the least interesting bad guy, and I thought it was fine. Not excited for the fourth one. And as Richie said, yeah, they took a really long time to get this in City. In fact, I had to just double check if Robert Rodriguez even directed this, because it almost feels like a kind of like semi-late cash grab. But no, it's a Rodriguez film. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't have this same. It's just not as good as the first one, man. It's really not. But I think there is more interesting than what Expendables 3 is trying to go for. So I'll go to Dame Kill for by hair.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I love the first Sin City, but Sin City 2 had some elements that were good, but other than that, it really was not a good sequel at all. And I actually am one of the people that like all the Expendables movies, and I think the last one is the best. So I'm actually excited for Expendables 4. I mean, yeah, it's not phenomenal movies, but they're good movies. Yeah, turn your brain off and watch a good movie.
Yeah, for sure. So I think it's going to be, is it Sin City? Is that where we're at? Or is it Expendables? I can't remember. I voted for
Expendables, I'm pretty sure.
Sin City. And who else voted for Sin City?
I think Jordan.
It was only one?
Jordan.
Okay.
I did, sorry.
So, and then we got 3 for Expendables. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. That's the last one in this round. So yeah, that'll do it for part 1. So if you didn't see any movies that you think definitely deserve a shot here, then they'll be on part 2. So just watch for those, and we'll just vote quick. We already got all the pleasantries out of the way, so now we can just make a quick vote around 10 seconds or so, and then
Did none of the background come up tonight?
I don't think so. I'm waiting for Night Watcher.
Literally. Oh no, that is Winter Soldier, but John Wick, Edge of Tomorrow, Interstellar, Nightcrawler, Whiplash. We didn't talk about any of those.
yeah, probably not. No, yeah, kind of interesting, but
In part 2,
yeah. So none of the movies in. Let me throw it up here in this little thumbnail. There you go. Yeah, we didn't talk
Whiplash.
about
Budapest and Birdman and
4 of them.
Yeah.
All right, so half.
We did. Yeah. So like half
Just
of them.
when it's cropped like this, I was like, oh, almost every one of them.
Yeah. But let's see. Let me zoom it out here. All right. So the winners of this next round will be going to the championship. So yeah. So we've got Guardians of the Galaxy versus the Guests. So and I believe we're at me first. And I still haven't seen all of the Guests. Was another one of those movies that I started and I didn't finish it. So the Guardians. Yeah. Richie?
I'll go Guardians.
Yeah. GPO?
Yeah, Guardians.
Yeah. Chris?
Guardians.
Yeah. And Jacob?
I'll show some love to the guest.
Sure, yeah.
You should be polite.
Yeah. So it'll be Guardians. Yeah, being polite, showing some love to your guests. Yeah. We got the Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtles up against Kingsman. So, and it'll be Richie first.
Ninja Turtles.
All right. JPO?
Chaos. It's on in the background. Ninja Turtles.
Sure. Chris?
Ninja Turtles.
Oh, man, what are we doing? Jacob.
Come on, vote. Ninja Turtles.
I like it, but I
Turtles
love
is
Kingsman. So I'm going Kingsman. Even though
And
the
the
Turtles
Kingsman
are
deserves
already
to be in the
going through.
championship. Yeah,
Wow.
Turtles. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Wow.
Uh,
I'm not mad at it because
I am.
I
I'm mad
love
at it.
chaos, and usually I'm the one that starts it.
I'm not like furious, but I'm a little ticked off.
Oh, you're furious.
But we have Captain America: Winter Soldier up against Gone Girl. All right.
Nope.
So this one it'll be Richie.
Uh,
This one I can
Winter
go either
Soldier.
way. So. Yeah. JPO.
I'll tie it up with Gone Girl.
Yeah. Chris.
I'll go with Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Jacob.
I'll tie it back up with Gone Girl.
Oh man, you're gonna put it on me because I'm like 50-50 here.
Winter Soldier.
I feel like we see a lot of Marvel movies. And we've been talking about them a lot. So
I feel like
let's go
Gone Girl wins every time.
I don't
I feel
know.
like Gone
But
Girl's won every single time.
It's 1-1.
Gone Girl's awesome. So yeah.
So
Yeah. So it'll be Gone Girl. We got Creep up against Snowpiercer. And it'll be JPO first.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah. Chris?
Snowpiercer.
Jacob?
Love for both these movies, but Snowpiercer.
Yeah. Snowpiercer for me. Richie?
Snowpiercer.
All right.
Snowpiercer. I hardly know her.
Yeah.
Curtis
Waka Waka.
If I didn't know.
Just doesn't roll off as well.
Yeah, we got the Babadook up against Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies. So, Chris.
Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies.
Jacob.
Yeah, just because I've seen it and I don't completely hate it, I'll go with The Hobbit.
I'm gonna go pretty easily the Babadook. Richie.
The Babadook.
Yeah. JPO.
Babadook.
Yay, it's the Babadook. Got a little nervous for a minute. We got RoboCop going up against the Grand Budapest Hotel. So this time it'll be Jacob.
Grand Budapest.
Yeah, I'm still not on that Wes Anderson train, so RoboCop. Richie?
Get on it. Grand Budapest Hotel.
Well, it's already left the station for me.
It'll be
JPO?
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
we just reversed the train. There's room. There's women, food. Come
Oh.
on. Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
The train's wonderfully shot. Intricate details in the background.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Snowpiercer anymore.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you think?
So, only because RoboCop is a piece of trash, am I ever voting for a Wes Anderson film? So it's going to be Grand Budapest Hotel.
Ooh, all right. Jacob, what do you go first?
Still Grand
Okay.
Budapest.
Okay. Grand Budapest, all right. That's fair. We have American Sniper up against Creed. So, and it'll be me first, and it's pretty easy with Creed for me. Richie?
American Sniper.
Yeah. JPO?
What? Creed.
Yeah. Chris?
American Sniper.
It's down to you, Jacob.
Creed.
Creed, all right. Creed it is. We're going for the drop up against the Raid 2. Right? And it'll be Richie first.
The Raid 2.
Yeah. JPO?
The Drop 1.
Sure. Chris?
I haven't seen the drop, but I'll go with that one.
Yeah. Jacob?
Raid 2.
Yep. And I've also got to go Raid 2. Raid Dose. Yeah.
Raid 2. Shadow.
Raid
Yeah.
2. Electric Boogaloo.
Raid 2, The Redemption. Oh, wait. First one got that. It got a sub.
The Raid Redemption.
Yeah.
The Raid
All right.
2.
So over
More
here.
Redemption.
Yeah. Even more redemption. Yeah. We got Draft Day versus Horrible Bosses 2. So it'll be JPO.
Draft Day.
Yeah. Chris.
It's actually really, Draft Day.
Yeah. Jacob.
Draft Day.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with Draft Day. Richie.
Draft Day.
Yeah, it'll be Draft Day. All right, cool. We got Oculus up against Wild. Chris, you're up first.
So I'm tempted to vote for Wild because of reasons we talked about earlier, but I'm going to go with Oculus.
You could. This is a good
Oculus.
movie overall, even besides that. But Jacob?
That's the reason I'm voting for Oculus, because
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you have against Reese Witherspoon's body? That's
Yeah. Come on. Like,
we shouldn't be using that as a reason to vote. We shouldn't be using objectifying women as a reason.
I know. I know.
the human body is a natural thing. So
But like,
let's go
at
with
what
Wild.
point in the movie, if I were to watch it, should I be paying attention to the screen?
Yeah.
The whole way through, all of it. Yeah.
That's the right answer.
Yeah. Richie.
Oculus.
Yeah. GPO.
Wild.
Yeah. Well, like besides that, like it's actually a really good movie, but I think it's Oculus here. So, we have Get On Up.
Were there 3 votes for Oculus?
I think so. I think it was with Chris, Jacob, and you, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got
All
Get
right.
On Up
I
versus. Wait, what?
No, I thought maybe Jacob voted for Wild because it's all good.
Vote for Oculus.
Okay, yeah. No, it's fine.
I don't
we got-
believe in objectifying women, Richie.
You can watch it for the other things.
What other things? We didn't talk about the other things.
For just a story.
Yeah,
It doesn't
For this
take long.
matchup-
It's at the 2-minute 25-second mark. It doesn't take long.
yeah. It's
Oh,
not right, yeah.
but I wouldn't even have to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Even more reason to
You're
vote for
first,
Oculus.
Jacob. Here. So welcome on the
I'm
Tombstone
first?
and Get On Up. Yeah.
Haven't seen either. Which one would I rather watch? Get On Up.
Yeah, I've never seen it Get On Up, but I really like A Walk Among the Tombstones. So I'll vote A Walk Among the Tombstones. Richie.
A Walk Among the Tombstones.
Yeah. JPO?
Walk Among the Tombstones.
Yeah. And Chris?
Walk Among the Tombstones.
Yeah. So Walk Among the Tombstones. Moving on. We got Fury up against The Night Before. All right. And this time it's me first. And, man, this is actually pretty tough for me. Yeah, I think Fury. It's just a banger. So Fury, yeah. Richie?
Fury.
Yeah. JPO?
Fury.
Chris?
Fury.
Yeah. And Jacob?
All that whining and complaining about the night before not being in, and it doesn't even make it to the championship.
I know. It
Yeah,
doesn't-
kids.
Gets my
Nope.
vote though, because I haven't seen Fury.
Sure, yeah. But it'll be Fury, so we tried. Yep. We have the interview up against Chef. So but it'll be Richie first.
Yeah. The controversy about the interview was more interesting than the actual movie. So, Chef.
I'm still here, so JPO, I'm just grabbing some.
I thought you
You're
saw
good. My turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk about the interview before because we just shit on Blended. Interview definitely has its moments. I think it's, it's what made Randall Park kind of pop. But yeah, Chef's better. Chef.
Yeah. Well, if you'd like to have a chance to get posters like this, and among other posters, I got my
Cool
interview
poster.
one sheet movie poster here. then sign up for the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/movie hero, and we are giving these away. So yeah. But Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Chef.
Yeah. Jacob?
Chef.
Yeah. Like, even though I have the poster and it's cool, I gotta go Chef. So it'll be Chef. Moving on. All right. And then we got This Is Where I Leave You up against whatever they call this awkward moment. Yeah.
Are we officially awkward moment?
Yeah. And this time it'll be JPO first.
This Is Where I Leave You with a point.
Yeah. Chris.
This Is Where I Leave You.
Yeah. Jacob.
That awkward moment.
I'll go with This Is Where I Leave You. Richie.
This Is Where I Leave You.
Yeah. And this is where it leaves the awkward moment right into the championship round. What we do in the shadows up against the Penguins of Madagascar. All right. 2 comedies, basically. And it'll be Chris first.
The Penguins of Madagascar kicks the crap out of What We Do in the Shadows.
You haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, you haven't seen it.
But it's penguins. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, Chris is a penguin guy, so if you know him. But Jacob?
Penguins.
I got to go with What We Do in the Shadows. Richie?
I'll go Penguins.
JPO?
What do we do in the shadows?
Oh, sadly, it's going to be Penguins. I mean, not sad for everyone. It's sad for me, but yeah. Yeah. But we have Birdman versus Expendables 3. So, and it's Jacob first.
Birdman.
I'm actually going to go Expendables 3. I'm not a big Birdman guy. But I'm not high on Expendables 3 either, so it's close. But Richie?
Birdman or the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance.
Yeah, there you go. JPO?
Definitely Birdman.
Chris?
Expendables 3.
Yeah. Well, we got some love for Expendables 3, yeah, but it'll be Birdman. Yeah. I think that's the last one. Yep. All right. So we have the ones that are in the championship. So not just a matter of just getting to what might be one of the favorites or some of them. And you can vote serious now, or you can vote however you want. Let's see. So we got Guardians of the Galaxy up against Ninja Turtles. All right. And it's me first. Oh, definitely Guardians for me. So, Richie?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians.
Yeah, there you go. JPO?
Guardians.
Yeah. Chris?
I love Guardians, and I have no doubt it's made it through. But I'm going to give some love to Turtles, because I feel like Guardians is obviously going to go through.
Sure, yeah. Jacob?
Guardians.
Yeah. It's got to be Guardians. All right. Ooga Chaka, Guardians. We got Gone Girl going up against Snowpiercer. Oh, frick, this one's tough. And it'll be Richie first.
Ooh. Snowpiercer.
Yeah. JPO.
We're gonna go with shit. We're gonna go with Snowpiercer.
Yeah. Chris.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah. Jacob.
Gone Girl.
Yeah, this one's really close, but I think I would have given that just to Gone Girl, but it'll be Snowpiercer. No. So, we have the Babadook going up against the Grand Budapest Hotel. So it'll be JPO first.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah. Chris?
The Babadook. This is where Wes Anderson dies.
Yep. By the hands of the Babadook.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I'm not so sure it does because Grand Budapest.
Yeah. It might be a losing battle, but the Babadook. Richie.
This is where. What are we talking about? This is where Wes Anderson dies. No, he doesn't. In the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay.
Oh my
silly
god.
We tried to.
Why?
We tried.
Why do I
Chris.
feel like it's gonna be like Birdman or some weird shit at
Yeah.
the end?
Yeah, it's gonna be some weird pretentious bullshit, but like whatever. Creed versus the Raid 2. Ooh, I actually like this matchup. Chris, you're up first.
I'm gonna go with Creed, even though I've not seen it.
Yeah, you need to see both of these. Yeah.
Well, no, I've seen Raid 2. I think it's good.
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
You guys should have taken more time because this one's probably the toughest one so far.
Yeah.
The Raid 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Creed. Yeah. Richie.
The Raid 2.
And JPO.
I'm gonna go with flipping back to the stream. Creed.
Ooh, all right. So Adonis Johnson, as they call him in part of this movie, moves on. All right. Cool. That'll be that. And just for anyone that's tuning in, there'll be no poll for the Elite Eight. For this one, we're gonna wait until the championship, and we'll have the poll out. Which I still got to put the last poll out. So coming after this tonight, 2 polls for the last 2 rounds because my co-host Austin, who does those, is out of town. So, but we have Draft Day up against Oculus, and I believe it's Jacob first. So,
Draft Day.
Yeah, Draft Day. Sorry, Karen Gillan, I can't vote for you here. Richie.
Draft Day.
Yeah, JPO.
I'm gonna go with Draft Day.
Yeah, Chris.
Draft Day.
Yeah, so it'll be Draft Day. Moving on. We got a Walk Among the Tombstones up against Fury. Okay. And it's me first. I'm gonna go Fury pretty easy here. Richie.
I'll go Walk Among the Tombstones.
Yeah. JPO.
Let's go. Fury.
Yeah. Chris, I don't know if you're still there, but we can go to Jacob.
Ooh. Fury.
Ooh, yeah. So it'll be Fury regardless of Chris's vote. So Fury. We got Chef.
Back to work, Malcolm.
Yeah. Wild Lost. Yeah, I know, Malcolm. I'm a big fan of the movie Wild. I actually do like that movie. But
Make me
we
as
got
big
Chef.
as burger.
Yeah. Chef versus This Is Where I Leave You. So it'll be Richie first.
Pretty tough. I'll go This Is Where I Leave You.
Yeah. GPO.
We're gonna go with Chef.
Yeah.
Where? You and Avery?
Yeah. Okay. Chris.
Chef.
Yeah. Jacob.
Chef.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chef or Chef. Yeah. So, Chef. Yeah. That like the Spanish version of like Chef. We got the Penguins of Madagascar up against Birdman. Which bird is going to take it here?
On?
Yeah. And it's JPO first.
Let's go with Birdman.
Yeah. Chris?
Penguin. Goodbye, Birdman.
Yeah. Jacob?
Penguins.
Yeah, and I will also go Penguins. Richie?
I'm going to go on Birdman.
Yeah, so Penguin's kind of hanging in there. Might be a bit of a dark horse in this one, but yeah. So that's the end. We got our Elite 8 now, so we're getting there. We got Guardians of the Galaxy now on the side, going up against Snowpiercer.
Oh,
So,
Ooh.
and it is, I think Jacob first. Which, oh, actually, I almost just misspoke there. I was going to say, which Chris Evans would you like more, but that's Avengers. My bad. Yeah.
oh, this one's actually tough. Barely go Snowpiercer.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough too. I think I just got to edge it out to Guardians because, like, if you know me, like on Twitch and like gaming stuff, that's my screen name, Star Lord. I'm a big fan. So, Richie.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah. GPO.
Oh,
Down to you.
is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I should stay awake.
Actually, no,
It's down to Chris.
because Chris hasn't voted yet. So,
I have
so
not
yeah.
voted yet.
So never
so
mind. Yeah.
Guardians.
Yeah. So it's not down to you, but vote for what you want.
All right, Snowpiercer.
Yeah. All right, Chris.
Guardians.
And I believe it's Snowpiercer, right? Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got Grand Budapest Hotel up against Creed. So it'll be me first, and I gotta go Creed. Richie?
Grand Budapest Hotel.
GPO.
Creed.
No.
Chris?
Creed.
There it is. Jacob?
I would have gone Creed as well.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
you betrayed me.
I mean, come on. Boxing's kind of
Goodbye,
wrestling
Wes
adjacent for you
Anderson.
wrestling.
I'm the loneliest man. Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. We got one half of our final four here. So we got Draft Day going up against Fury. So,
Same movies.
and it'll be Richie first.
I'm not playing anymore. We're gonna
Yeah.
draft day.
JPO.
We're gonna go Fury.
Draft Day. Yes. Chris.
Fury.
Yeah. Jacob.
Draft Day.
And I would have gone Fury. So Fury. Moving on. All right. Let's see what our last final four. It's either going to be Chef or Penguins of Madagascar. So, and it's JPO first.
Chef.
Yeah, Malcolm's
Penguins.
pissed in the comment section. Penguins of Madagascar beat What We Do in the Shadows. Yes, it did. You can talk. You know Chris for that, maybe.
Yeah, you can.
But you're up, Chris. What do you want to vote for?
Penguins.
Yeah. Jacob.
Penguins.
I gotta go with Shift. My compliments to the Shift. Richie.
Chef.
Yeah, so it'll be Chef, but Penguins had a good run, so
It was obviously your
not too
revenge
bad.
vote.
Elite Eight. Yeah, but
I
we
killed
have a
your
final
Wes
four
Anderson.
here, so yeah, right. Well, the first one of our final four will be Snowpiercer versus Creed. This might be one of the hardest for me tonight, but it'll be Chris first.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah, Jacob.
Snowpiercer.
Oh. These end rounds make me kind of nervous because they're always like really tough matches. I gotta go with Creed. I'm just a big fan of that franchise. So, Richie.
Justice for Grand Budapest Hotel. It's going to piss off. I'm not even going to listen to Creed's music now.
Yeah.
They had nothing to do with
Hey.
this.
Well,
Wide
Creed's music
open.
kind of sucks. Sorry,
Yeah.
but JPO.
That's just your sacrifice.
Yeah.
My sacrifice. What are we voting on?
Voting on Snowpiercer versus Creed.
All right.
Creed.
Ooh, but I do think it's going to be Snowpiercer, right? We got 3 votes for.
Well, you know,
So
if you want me to listen to Creed,
Yep.
you should have taken Grand Budapest higher, but you didn't. Anyway,
yep, should have.
I'll start with
Yeah.
the Creed
How
stuff.
high?
No, anyway.
Yeah,
No,
I'm a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the band Alter Bridge that has one of the members of Creed in it. So yeah, but
Yeah.
they're a much better band. But Fury versus Chef.
Yeah.
We'll go to Jacob first.
Chef.
Yeah. For me, I think I got to go Fury here. Richie.
Chef.
Yeah. JPO.
JPO.
I'm here, man. Sometimes you got to look deep in your soul and
Yeah.
wake up your
Just look
body
really hard.
to vote for Snowpiercer.
No, it's got to be Fury versus Chef.
I'm gonna go for Grand Budapest Hotel.
No, now you want to vote for it when you can't.
Fucking
No.
Fury.
Yeah.
Fury.
Fury. Yeah, Chris.
Fury.
Yeah, it's gonna be Fury. All right, so it all comes down to Snowpiercer
This is
versus Fury.
ridiculous.
Yeah, this is
Good
crazy.
final two.
It's hard. And this time it'll be me first. Frick. Man. I think I gotta go with Fury, just like for the performances, like alone in that movie, like everybody's bringing it, like everybody. So Fury. Richie.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah. JPO.
Let's go for Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Fury.
Chris Fury. All right. Jacob. I think it's down to you.
Yeah,
Decide
and
it
I wish I
all.
could make it more suspenseful, but I've already mentioned that I haven't seen Fury, so
Oh, son of a
Snowpiercer.
Oh,
All right, Snowpiercer.
I'm
It
still
is.
disappointed. It's
I'm not mad
so
about it.
good.
Yeah, that movie's good. So yeah, we have a winner. Snowpiercer it is. There we go. But Malcolm making some good comments. There's still hope for Grand Budapest. It did make the championship, so it'll be there, and we'll see what it does. So, yeah. And then he says Chef is very underrated. I agree. Yeah,
I
Chef
agree,
making
yeah.
it to the final 4. Like that's pretty good. Yeah. So that was fun. So yeah, let's pick one. Hang on. One last look. If I click on the right window. Whoa! It's like zooming in and out. There we go. So yeah, there it is. So yeah, that was a fun time. So we'll see the other half on Wednesday. So you can tune in for that. So we'll have a couple of you guys back. I know Chris at least will be back. I think he's the main one coming back for that. So yeah, but I think that we'll do it for us tonight. So yeah, we'll just do some plugs and that'll do it. So made a pretty good time because we all like to give pretty short answers here. So I kind of appreciate that sometimes. So so yeah, but we'll do some plugs. So we'll start with Richie. Where can we find you?
For me on Tournament Vibes, I think the next one done is Malcolm's top part 2 of his 128. And
It'll be next Sunday.
Yeah. So you can find me there. You can find me on Lonely Marks tomorrow. And doing the ECW on Sci-Fi card and NXT draft. So that should be fun. So yeah, you can catch me doing trivia on JPS channel on wrestling and movies, and you can catch me on combat wrestling trivia on Chris Cash's Twitch channel. You can find me on Lights Out trivia, where I'm going to be in the championship final with me with JPO and Steve Mesa and somebody to be determined. So that should be fun. That's on. You can. I do a podcast about Tubi called Tell Me Streaming. And the one episode will be uploaded today. Zombie Apocalypse with Ving Rhames and Taryn Manning. So yeah, check that out. Other than that, I'm around. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Richie's Tubi podcast, that's a lot of fun because I'm a big fan of those cheesy kind of guilty pleasure kind of weird movies like that. So yeah, it's a fun time. But JPO, where can we find you?
Popping on here from time to time. Always having fun. Appreciate you having me. Appreciate that. Of course, over at the Pearsco channel, we're doing some movie trivia. I'm playing in my tournament match tomorrow, so wish me luck there. Wednesday, we're doing a special edition of Scream trivia later at night, too. That's going to be fun. Continuing the wrestling trivia tournament over at Pierce Wrestling, as well as exclusive matches from both Arizona and Florida being uploaded as well. And, Lonely Marks, too. Richie, did you mention Lonely Marks?
I did. I mentioned that. It was the first thing I mentioned.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. But Lonely Marks, me, Richie, and Jacob on this channel.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris,
I think primarily I'm going to promote. Obviously, I've been promoting it, but my Twitch, because I'm trying to grow it. I hit my followers. It's just at this point, I need to get more consistent viewers. So, like, even if, let's say, you're running in the background, that's still a view for me.
That's what I did today.
And get hit for a notification so that way you know what's coming up. Because I was able to look and see, like, out of the people following me, like, I think probably 70% of people have it set up for notifications. But currently I'm at 54 followers, so that's awesome. I've at least hit like part of those numbers for being able to reach a Twitch affiliate.
Yeah.
But I've been playing a bunch of Hogwarts Legacy, which I am loving. And you can come over there and watch me get pissed off as goblins destroy me. I get to scream at spiders.
Sounds good, yeah. Yeah, like I really want to get that game, but I also want to save for stuff like what's that other zombie one coming out we were talking about earlier?
I'm excited, dude, for Dead Island 2.
Yeah, Dead Island 2, that one, yeah.
I've had that pre-order. I've had the big edition pre-order for a while.
Yeah, but cool. Jacob, where can we find you?
Oh, yeah, it's already been mentioned, Lonely Marks tomorrow night. But yeah, I show up here, tournament fights, tier ranker, and then Saturday, Austin and I will be doing a podcast about movies, diving into the Rocky franchise. Not necessarily a ranking, but just going through the movies and giving our thoughts on them, including the Creed 3.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I've been keeping some tabs on Austin. What he's up to? He went to the Grand Canyon. He went to Sedona in Arizona, and then he went to it's like some kind of cool BattleBots thing.
He went to BattleBots. I love BattleBots.
Yeah,
I'm fucking jealous.
Yeah. BattleBots is freaking awesome, yeah. So and if I wasn't doing a show yesterday, I would have tuned into the AEW pay-per-view. It sounded cool.
It was a good show, yeah.
I heard that they had a Buried Alive match, an Iron Man match, and a Texas Death match all in one.
We called it an ODQ match, but it was a Buried Alive match. We should count.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but and you can find us doing some trivia on the channel. That's actually what we were doing last night. We had another episode of the Seen and Heard movie trivia, which I'm trying something out because currently we have 0 copyright strikes. So I'm keeping it up on the channel longer, so you get an extended look at it if you want to watch it for free. You can watch it on the channel. I'm going to keep it up until we get a copyright strike. And once we do, then I'll have to take it down, which I don't know if we'll ever get one. Maybe because the clips are pretty short. Like the main thing I was worried about was the intro music, but we haven't gotten anything yet. So long live the Seen and Heard trivia on the YouTube channel for free. So yeah, if you see it, well, if you try to look for it and it's not there, it means we probably got a copyright, but we haven't yet. So it's there. So
I'm glad I lived it. I'm glad I got to do the first one. That was
a couple of you that got to do it. JPO was on there too. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, and then we're gonna have another one sooner than later because it's been pretty popular. So I'm trying to fast track one. We're gonna do one actually a week from tonight. We're gonna have another one, which I got my work cut out for me to try to get that out in a week. It's been taking me 2 weeks to do them before, but I'm gonna try to get it out because we have Paul Preston and an Adam Witt that want to compete on that together, and then try to take down our current champion Moose Haas. He defended, so he'll be on that one again. But yeah, and then you can find us on all the socials at Movie Hero 2121. You can find us on Facebook in the Showdown Friends and Family group. I have been posting a lot on my personal Instagram, which is Jordan83616, and you can see all of that down in the description. So if you're I forget what all of our social media is, it's all there in the description. And then some episodes that we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. We're going to be continuing our best of 2014. So we'll be having part 2 on Wednesday and the championship on Friday. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing part 2 of Malcolm Lay's top 128 favorite movies that Richie mentioned earlier. And then we'll be doing best movie teams coming up. So that'll be like what ensemble cast you like better from movies. So you won't necessarily be voting on the movie itself. Be voting on like, do you like the kids from the Sandlot here that I have going here, or the Goonies, or do you like Ocean's 11 or Snatch, or do you like whatever team from any given movie better? So yeah, so I'm actually in the process of finalizing that. So yeah, we did that. And then we also have best found footage movies that will be coming up. We have Steven Shepard's 128 Championship, so we're getting to that one soon. For the Oscars, it'll be a little bit after the Oscars, but it'll be close. We're going to be doing an A24 versus Neon match. So, and we also have our the next installment of our animated tier ranker series coming up, which we're going to be doing anything from 1989 or earlier. So anything before that, we're going to go old school on this next one. So yeah, and then at the very end of the month, we're going to be doing a mystery tournament for Austin. Austin just has a mystery tournament. He wanted to do it. He suggested because it'll be his birthday actually on the day we're doing it. So he's just going to pick 64 just random movies. It could be anything. There's not going to be any topic. We're just going to vote against these random movies that he picks. So yeah, that'll be fun. And actually, in about a month from now, I'm going to be doing the same thing around my birthday time, but I'm going to be doing it for a tier ranker. So yeah, so that'll be
fun to do. I can't believe we went.
Be a fun time. Yeah. So
we're gonna wait out until my birthday in November, but I want to do one.
Yeah. If you want to do one too,
I do.
Just pick any random movies that you want. It can be ones you've seen, ones you haven't. Really doesn't matter. Whatever you want to put on there. And also, we just put out the updated schedule for the channel over in the Showdown Friends and Family group. So if you'd like to sign up for some episodes, you can go take a look at what we have coming up on the schedule that goes until about the end of May. So you can see that, and then you can just comment, or you can DM me if you want to be on some episodes, and then we'll put you on, because this channel doesn't work as well as it does without having great guests like all you guys on here. So we appreciate you guys signing up and being a part of it. We have fun with it. So yeah, and then probably within the next 24 hours, for anyone who's signed up for the Patreon, we're going to have an extended look at the schedule that'll probably go about until the end of July. We have it planned out that far. So if you sign up there, at least the $5 tier, you got to sign up for that to see it. You can get a little preview and have first dibs to sign up for some of those episodes. But yeah, that's where you can find us. So thanks again, guys. This was a fun time. So yeah, we'll see 16 of these movies in the championship coming up on Friday. So for Richie, for JPO, for Chris, for Jacob, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.